Why do stuff always happen to me? Okay, please help me out. Please, because I really don't know what to do. I don't know if I should mind my business or I don't know if I should tell a guy. I really don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in the middle of him and his wife. Okay, so...
I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future's turning up, what it's time to be alive. I'm that nigga, I don't mean to brag, but I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
M2T. How's everybody doing today, fam? Welcome. I appreciate y'all pulling up on your boy today. Y'all could been doing anything, but you decide to hop up in the truck with your boy to see what's popping, man. Salute to you, fam. Salute. And I want to send a special salute out to the new subscribers, man. I appreciate the love and support. It's been phenomenal. My A1 day ones, y'all already know. Hey, baby, nothing but love, baby. Hey, and for the one that just be peeping in, man, hey, I appreciate y'all. Every now and then, hit that subscribe button for your boy. And if nothing else, this is free. Hit that like button one time for your boy. That's all I'm asking. I ain't asking for no money. I ain't asking for a cup of coffee. I ain't asking for no donuts or nothing. Every now and then, hit that like button one time for your boy. I appreciate y'all. All right, without any further ado, I got two stories for you guys today. The first one, February 17, 2025, Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Truck driver 59-year-old Josh was heading down the highway, you guys. Broad daylight, early afternoon, doing his thing. And out of nowhere, this happened to him. Check it out.
This is the moment a large chunk of ice crashed through the windshield of a semi-truck traveling on a Pennsylvania highway after a snowstorm. Driver Josh Keating says the ice flew off a passing semi-truck. Keating suffered minor cuts to his face and hands, but was able to keep control of his truck and pulled over safely before he called 911.
We want to let you know that not clearing snow or ice off your vehicle is illegal in several states, but not Kentucky or Indiana. However, if somebody gets hurt, you could be held responsible.
Man, that's crazy work right there. And I can see easily how it happened. I'm suspect of doing this too. We must clean our trucks of any snow whenever we have these Arctic blasts and we in regions where it's a lot of snow and our trucks is being covered. Y'all saw where I was the other day, you know, in Minnesota, in Joplin, everywhere I done been really for the past couple of weeks. My truck has been covered with snow, and sometimes I don't be getting on top of the trailer, and a lot of times that's where the snow be falling off of the trailers. So we got to do a little bit more better work when it comes to, you know, making sure that snow is off there. Because y'all see that, like, that could have been a bad situation for him and his family. Like he said, thank God that God had him covered and the angels was over them protecting him. So truckers, we got to do a little bit better work when it comes to making sure there's no snow on our trucks whenever we get ready to take off for the day. All right? All right. On to the next story. This is some crazy stuff. A female truck driver, pregnant and out. She was asked by her boss man when she came into work if she could go to his house and check on his wife and kids. He had been calling his wife. She wasn't responding. He had been looking into the cameras that's in the house and they was unresponsive. They wasn't working. He found that odd. So he asked them, you know, don't worry about going to go deliver this load. Go to the house. I'm going to pay you and go check on my wife and kids for me. Come back and let me know. Well, she went and did exactly what she was told. She went over to his house, and when she got to his house, what she saw and what she found was crazy. Man, I'm sick of this shit. I can't tell y'all. I'm going to let her tell y'all. I'm going to check in from time to time with you guys to see how y'all feeling about this situation. But I'm gonna let her tell y'all, okay? Check it out.
Why do stuff always happen to me? Okay, please help me out, please, because I really don't know what to do. I don't know if I should mind my business, or I don't know if I should tell a guy. I really don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in the middle of him and his wife. Okay, so the guy that I deliver construction materials for, I've been delivering for him almost 2 years, and he asked me, I just delivered some stuff to him, so he asked me to go to his house, check on his wife. They just had a baby. Well, she just had a baby 4 months ago, and she going through postpartum depression really bad. And he trying to check the cameras to check on her and then check on the kids, but the cameras are off, and his wife's phone going straight to voicemail. So, he asked me to drop this stuff off to his wife and, check on his wife and the kids. He gave me the passcode to get into his house. I guess he trusts me or whatever, but he gave me the passcode to get into his house. So I'm just, riding there. It's like a 20-minute ride. He gave me a nice amount of money. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. So I get there and I see his wife's car in the because the garage is open. I see his wife's car in the garage, and I see another car there. I ain't think nothing of it. That's not my business. I don't know who car that was. She could have been there with a friend. So I goes through the garage, I goes up the steps, and I'm just looking around. I hear the kids in the room screaming, so I goes in the room to the kids, and I let the kids out, and I'm like, where's your mom at? Where's your mom at? So I'm just looking around. So the mom in the room with the door locked. So the little boy said, I know how to open it. So he stuck the thing in there and he opened the door, and I just hear the mom saying, wait a minute, hold on kids, wait a minute. Why the little boy opened the door and the mom in the room having sex with somebody? The mom is in the room having sex with somebody. The little boy was like, who's that, mommy? Who's that, mommy? Who's that, mommy? So I'm, telling the kids, get out the room, get out the room, get out the room. So I'm just like thinking to myself, like, this man is at work. You ain't gotta work. You stay home and you just in the room having sex with somebody else while the kids in the room. I didn't say that to her. I said that to myself. Like, I'm just thinking to myself. And I'm just like, oh my God. She was like, what are you doing? How did you get in my house? Did you break into my house? I said, no, your husband gave me your passcode and told me to come check on you because the cameras are off and you're not answering your phone. Now, and I see why that you're not answering your phone. She was like, oh my God, you're not going to tell my husband, are you? You're not going to tell my husband, are you? And I'm like, that's not my business. That's between y'all two. That's between y'all two. She was like, well, how much money you want? How much money you want to keep quiet? I said, ma'am, I don't want your money. That's between you and your husband. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So, I took the kids back in her room. I left the stuff that the guy gave me to give his wife. I just left it in the living room. And I got back in the car, and the guy keep calling me. I guess he's trying to see, was everything all right with his wife. And I'm not answering the phone. I'm scared to answer the phone. I don't know if I should just tell him what his wife was doing, or should I stay out of it? I feel like he put me in the middle of their business, but I feel like that's not my place to tell him that his wife's sleeping with somebody else. But I don't owe loyalty to his wife. I mean, that's like, he paid me really good to deliver for him, and I feel like he sent me there to do a job. Like, should I just tell him his wife cheating on him, or should I stay out of it? Like, one side telling me, mind your business, that's not your business, that's between husband and wife. And the crazy person in me, like, tell the husband what happened. He sent you over there to check on her, just tell him what you saw. And I'm just like, and then I gotta go back and take him the stuff that I picked up, and I know he's going to ask me, and I don't know what to tell him. I don't know. Should I lie? What if the wife, she don't want to tell him, or then she do want to tell him, and then he asked me why you didn't tell him, and then he fired me, or I don't know. I feel like if I don't be honest, I feel like it's going to eat me up inside. But I feel like it's not my business. Like, do I tell him, so we can stay cool and I can stay working for him? Or do I not tell him and it come out and then he feel like he can't trust me and he fire me? Well, he can't fire me, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Mind your business. Tell. Mind your business, tell. Mind your business, tell. I don't know. But I'm about to I had to make a stop. I'm about to go back to him. I don't know. Y'all think I should tell him or what? Alright, so I'm back with an update from yesterday. Mind y'all, it was a big altercation. Cops was called. It was blood. Me and the wife got into a little fight. She tried to fight me knowing I was pregnant. What? I ended up in the hospital where I thought I was having contractions, but I wasn't. I was having what's they call Braxton heads. I was dehydrated, so I had to get some IVs and stuff, and I had to be monitored overnight because the baby heart rate was a little up. So I had to stay and be monitored overnight. I just got out this morning. I gotta get ready to take my son to the dentist in a little bit. So yesterday I left off where I made that video, and after I made that video, I sat in the car for like 15 minutes just contemplating, like, dang, do I want to say anything? Do I want to mess up this man's marriage? Which it wouldn't be me messing up, it would have been a wife. So I just sat there and contemplated. I'm like, at the end of the day, this is a marriage. That man is married. Do I say anything or I just keep my mouth shut? So I had to go back anyway because I had picked up the order on the way and I had to take it back to him anyway. So I got to his office, I got to the job site, and I was looking around for him. I didn't see him, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is my cue not to tell him just mind my business, excuse me, y'all, and go about my business. So I put the stuff in his office, and I started power walking. I was trying to get out of there. I really didn't want to tell him. So I started power walking, and the way his office set up, it's like when you come out, it's like a wall. Like I can see him coming, but he can't see me. So I'm just power walking, trying to get out of there. And then I heard him call me, and I just kept walking like I didn't hear him. And then he screamed a little bit louder, and he was like, hey, I've been calling your phone. You ain't been answering. Is everything all right? I said, my phone fell on the side and went under my seat, so I couldn't answer the phone. I had to wait till I get here to push my seat back so I can get the seat. So I can get my phone. And he was like, oh, okay, how was everything at the house? Was everybody okay? Was the wife okay? Was the kids okay? I said, yeah, everybody was okay. And he was like, why you say it like that? I said, I'm just sitting there trying to come up with something not to tell him, but you can just see the look on my face that everything wasn't okay. He's like, did you get a hold of my wife? Did you tell her to turn the cameras back on? I said I kind of forgot about the cameras when I got there because I saw something that I shouldn't have saw, and I don't know, I was just sitting in the car debating if I want to tell you or not. He's like, well, what did you see? Is everybody okay? I said, yeah, everybody okay. He's like, okay, let's just come in my office and just sit down and talk about it. So he goes in his office. He's like, just tell me. He's like, I'm a man, I can take it, I'm a man. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you two options. Option one, I can tell you that everybody was okay, everybody was good, which they were. Or option two, I can tell you something that I saw that I probably shouldn't see, and it probably will, put a damper or something on your marriage, and I don't want to be a part of that. So you can choose option one, or you can choose option two. He's like, okay, you're just gonna give me options. You're not just gonna tell me what you saw, what happened. I said, because this is a hard decision for me to come here and tell you something that I shouldn't have never seen in the first place. He was like, okay, I understand. Now hold on. So he went out the room. He came back in. He started counting money. He put $500 right here. Started counting money again. He put $1,000 right there. He's like, this is $1,500. You could take the $500 and you can tell me that everything was okay, or you could take the $1,500 and you can tell me what you really saw that you don't want to tell me. And I'm thinking, like, is this man trying to, bribe me? Is he trying to make me a detective or a spy? At the end of the day, it's money, and I'm gonna take it, honey. That's free money. So, and my boss is very generous. He always just giving out money like it ain't nothing. So I'm like, I said, okay, before I tell you this, I don't want no parts. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Whatever happens between you and your wife, I don't want you to look at me different. I don't want you to blame me. I don't want to be a part of anything.
Now, what would y'all have done had y'all boss asked y'all to go over to their house and check out the play and see what's going on at their house? I mean, $1,500? Sometimes, though, all money ain't good money, fam. Sometimes you gotta mind your business.
I don't want your wife calling my phone. So I told him the story. Well, I told him what happened. The same thing that I told y'all in the video yesterday. And he was like, and I told him, I said, I pulled up and it was a white Navigator truck in your driveway. And as soon as I said, they started banging on the table really bad, started cussing. Like, God damn it, I knew it. I'm just like, whoa. So when that happened, I'm like, okay, so this man was already knew. He already knew that his wife was doing something. He just paid me to, I guess, to go be a spy or confirm that what he already knew. So I'm just sitting there like, yo, he really paid me to go be a spy and get some information on his wife. So He just sitting there cussing. He got up out of his seat. He threw the stuff off the shelf. He's screaming. He knocking stuff over. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go because you scaring me. Like, this too much for me. I'm just gonna go because you scaring me. And he was like, no. You want to sit your ass down? You want to tell me what happened? I'm like, ho. Who you talking to? He was like, no. He's like, I'm sorry. Don't take it any type of way. I'm just upset. It's not towards you. I'm just pissed off right now. So I'm like, okay, I understand it. And he was like, I'm gonna show you a picture and you tell me if this is what the truck looked like. So he goes on his phone and he shows me a picture of the truck. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, that's fucking Eric. I knew it. That's fucking Eric. And mind you, I know it Eric, but the only Eric I knew is the guy that works for him, and sometimes we deliver together. I met Eric a few times. And I'm just thinking like, okay, that's Eric Hair. That could be Eric, but I'm not sure. I didn't see the face, so that could be. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that could be Eric. So I'm like, the Eric that work here, he was like, yeah, that Eric. I said, okay, did you think before that your wife and Eric was messing around? He said he had a suspicious feeling because one of his neighbors, one of the guys told him one day, he called him, he told him he seen a white Navigator parked in his driveway. And I'm like, well, I don't know, I didn't see his face. So he's talking about, come on, get up, we gotta go to the house. I said, why I gotta go? Why you gotta go? I gotta go. I'm about to go do another delivery. He's like, just come on, I'll pay you for your delivery. And I'm like, okay, but I'll just follow you because I don't like being on highways and stuff. Like, I would take the long route before I get on the highway. So he was like, just get in my car, let's go. So we in the car. He got a Ferrari. Them joints is fast. So we get in the car and he just took off. He started doing like 50, 60, 70. I'm like, whoa, I'm pregnant. You gotta slow down or you gotta let me drive. So we switched. I get in the passenger side, the driver's side. Mind you, I don't drive fast cars. I got a big, long, old truck that I work in. I usually drive. That's not my main truck, but that's what I usually drive because I work a lot. So I tapped on the pedal, and that motherfucker took off. It went zoom. I'm like, okay, no, I can't drive this. It's too fast for me. But you gonna drive and you gonna slow down, okay? Just slow down. So he was in the car. He just kept beating on the steering wheel. He was cussing. He was calling his wife all types of names, saying he knew it. Wait till he get a hold of Eric. Eric is fired. Like, he was just going off. So we pulled up to the house. He trying to get out the car before he even put the car in park. So he got like one leg out of the car and dragging the other leg. And I'm like, turn the car off. Put the car in park. So he put the car in park. He gets out. He was like, stay here. Just stay right here. And when he said that, y'all, he took his thing off his hip, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm in the car just like, oh my god, please don't let this guy go crazy. Like, the kids are in the house, please don't let that happen. But I'm thinking like, I just caught you in bed with another man. Why you still got that man at your house? Why when you tell that man to leave, why you still got that man at your house? You didn't think your husband was going to come? So he goes in the house. I'm hearing a loud scream. Like 5 minutes later, he come out with the kids. He was like, here. He threw me $100. Like, here, just take the kids down the street, take them somewhere and get them something to eat, and I'll text you when they come back. I'm like, wait a minute, what are you going to do? Mind you, the guy's still in. I'm like, what are you going to do? You got to think about your kids. Like, you can't do nothing crazy. You got to think about your kids. Just think about your kids. He was like, was she thinking about the kids when she was laid up with the man? I said, think about your kids. Just think about your kids. He was like, just go. I ain't like how he was talking to me, but I understand he was mad. I said, okay, well, can I drive the other truck? I can't drive this Ferrari too fast. So we get in his other truck, and me and the kids take off, and I take him to go get something to eat. I want to say like 35 minutes went past. He calls me to come back to bring the kids back. So I get to the house. When we pulls up, it's like 5, 6, 7 cop cars all surrounding his house. He's in handcuffs. He got blood all over his shirt. And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't let the kids see this. So I took the kids 3 doors down because I deliver for that guy too. So I took the kids 3 doors down. I knocked on the door and asked him, can he watch the kids? So they watch the kids, and I'm running up to the house. I'm like, what happened? What did you do? What happened? What did you do? And the cops was like telling me, back up. This is a crime scene. Back up. I said, a crime scene? What you mean a crime scene? He was like, if you don't live here, you need to go. You don't live here, you need to go.
Hey y'all, this not even an update from the last video I posted. So I took my son to the dentist's office this morning. So I'm sitting there and waiting for him to come out the back. I see the guy that I dropped the kids off to yesterday. He calling me. I didn't answer. I'm thinking like, what is he calling me for? What do he want? So he called me again. The second time I didn't answer. He called me again for the third time. I ain't answering. I'm like, all right, okay, let me answer, because why he keep calling me? Something must be wrong. So I'm on the phone with him. Long story short, he asking me, can I come get the kids? I said, come get the kids? Did you take the kids to their mom? He said the mom got locked up yesterday. Now, I know yesterday they took the dad. I know the dad locked up. He ain't called me yet from jail or whatever they took him. I know the mom tried. I'm going to tell y'all the other part of the story, but real quick, I know the mom was fighting me. She got locked up. They put her in the back. They tried to retain her, and she went off on the cop. She tried to fight the cop, so the cop tasered her, and they put her in the back of the truck. I'm thinking they gonna let her go, but I had to leave before everything was over because I had to go get my kids. So they said nobody's home. They took the mom yesterday. Can I come get the kids? I said, no. They got like a grandma or somebody's number they can call. She was like, no, they don't have nobody's number they can call, and they can't call the dad or they can't call the mom because the mom not home. They went over there and they knocked on the door several times, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, and he begging me to come get the kids. I'm like, all right, so I went and got the kids. Mind you, they got 3 kids and they got a little baby. Y'all, this baby won't stop crying. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. This baby just won't stop crying. Like, so I got the 3 kids here with me. I'm making them some chicken nuggets and fries. That's what they wanted, so that's what I'm making them, some chicken nuggets and fries. The baby upstairs finally asleep. I'm trying to go to sleep too. They upstairs in my son's room. My son keep texting me saying, come get these kids out of his room. He just keeps saying, he just texts me like 10 times, get these kids out of my room, get these kids out of my room. I texted back, I said, all right, baby. After my son don't like nobody in his room. He don't like me in his room. He don't like his brother in his room. He like his peace. You got like 5 minutes to be in his room, then you got to go. So I'm like, all right, baby, when dinner done, I'll feed them, and they can come in the room with me. Remind you, my house is not equipped for children. Like, I got all type of stuff in here that's not made for kids to be around. So this baby, I don't know what's wrong with her baby. I don't know if it went to mom. I don't know if it's hungry. Like, the baby is on formula. The baby is a couple months old. So mind you, I got the key to his house. So I had to go to the house, see what kind of milk. Hold on, y'all. I think the food burning. Hold on. Okay, so I had to go to the house, and apparently I didn't see no formula. I just seen like packs of frozen milk in the freezer, so I'm assuming that the mom breastfeed. Now I took some of the milk out the freezer. I took some bottles. I got some wipes. I got them some clothes, and I'm taking these kids in my house, and I'm just thinking like, how the fuck do I make a bottle? Like, my kids, they're not babies. I haven't made a bottle in so long, and I never used breast milk. I'm like, do I thaw it? Do I sit it in hot water? Like, what do I do? So I gotta Google that. I gotta call my cousin because she breastfeeds. I gotta see how long do you warm the milk up? It's just too much, and I'm like, somebody got to call me, the mom, the dad. They gotta let somebody else out. Like, I can't deal with these kids. I'm not saying this to be smart, y'all, but I'm pregnant, I'm tired, and when I don't get sleep, I'm cranky. Like, right now I'm cranky, I'm tired. The baby was crying for like 2 hours. The kids won't sit still. I don't know if they got ADHD or something. They just won't calm down. They won't sit still. They jumping all around. And hopefully when they eat this food, they go to sleep, because I'm tired. Look at me. Look, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. I don't know how much longer I can stay up. Hopefully this baby stay to sleep for a couple hours. But
man, she pregnant. She frustrated. She going through it right now. I know she like, what the hell I done got myself into, man. Say, this is some crazy work, fam. But hey, we gotta get through with the rest of it. Let's get it.
so I'm in Walmart parking lot. I'm about to go get me some creamer and some coffee because I need it, y'all. Yes, I still got them kids, but I don't have them now. But the neighbor agreed to watch them while I go to work. He not the only guy that I work for. I deliver for other people, so you know I gotta live up to my contract. But I'm at Walmart, y'all. Dumb kids are wild. When I say wild, dumb kids are animals. They don't sit still. The baby don't stop crying. The baby just cries and cries and cries. The kids don't sit still. I don't know if they're on medicine or something wrong with them, or that's just how kids in general is. I don't know. I haven't had kids in so long. Like, dumb kids don't sit still. And I don't know if they like that with their mom. I don't know. That's why she locked them in a room and probably needed a break. But God damn. I just want my life back. Them kids are wild. My sons, they lock their rooms. They don't want the kids in there no more. They lock their rooms. The kids can't go in there. They in a room with me. They jumping over the bed, on the bed. They doing backflips. They running up and down the steps. The baby crying. And I'm just sitting there like, if their mom go through this every day, I can just imagine her pain and heartache. I mean, that's their mom. They might act a different way. But with me, like, it's too much. It's too much. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm about to have a baby. And I'm used to sleeping. Like, I love my sleep. I don't like being woke up out of my sleep. Like, I'm slobbering. Like, I love my sleep. And the baby don't sleep. They all on different schedules. Anyway, y'all, I keep slobbering. I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's a pregnancy or what, but where did I leave off in the other video? Sorry, y'all, I got pregnancy brain. Let me think. Where did I leave off in the other video? So he called me, he texted me to bring the kids back. So I pulls up. I see cops out there. I see the emblem. It was a lot of cops out there. I see the cops out there. I see the emblems out there. So I'm like, I can't let the kids see this. So I goes a couple doors down. I take the kids over to the neighbors. The neighbors, agreed to watch a while, go see what's going on. They want to know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We all want to know what's going on. So I took the kids in the house. I ran over there. And I'm like, what's going on, boss? What's going on? What's going on? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I'm screaming and the cops telling me to get back. Because mind you, at this time, my boss in handcuffs, he got blood everywhere, y'all. I don't know if it was his blood, if it was the guy blood. Like, it was just so much blood. Like, it was just so much blood. And I'm thinking, like, oh my God, like, what did he do? Because I seen him take his thing before he went in the house. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what did he do? Like, I'm like, I'm saying, are you okay? Are you okay? And my boss just standing there, like, you know how you look at somebody and they don't got like no type of soul left in them, or their eyes, you just can't read them. They just standing there like a crazy person, like a soulless person. I don't know if that makes sense, but he wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't look at me. He was just in the cuffs, just like this. Like, it was like no type of emotion on his face. The wife out there screaming. She's screaming at him. She trying to get back in the house. They not letting her in the house. So at this point, I'm thinking that the person that was in the house, I'm thinking they still in there. So they won't let me in the house. The wife trying to argue with me. I'm telling her, your kids is over there at the neighbor house. Just go get your kids. Go get your kids. She telling me I should have minded my business. All this is because of me. I said, no, all this because of you. Because of you. Don't say me. This because of you. Your husband told me to go over there and drop some stuff off, and you in the room, doing what you doing. This ain't because of me. This because of you. You should have never turned the damn cameras off, and we wouldn't have been in this position. She's talking about, well, you should have mind your business. I'm like, well, you should have kept your legs closed. That's what you should have did. You should have kept your legs closed. You're in the house laid up with another man. You got your kids locked up in a room like animals. Like, you should have kept your legs closed. This ain't because of me. This because of you. You the one turned the cameras off and turned your phone off. If you ain't do that, I wouldn't have went there. So me and her arguing back and forth. Y'all, she all in my face. And mind you, I'm pregnant. I'm big. Like, she all in my face. So I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. Like, I'm just trying to walk away from her. She just grabbing on me, talking about, don't walk away from me, don't walk away from me, calling me all types of bees. And I'm like, yo, like, it's only so much that a person can take before they go off. Now, mind you, if I wasn't pregnant, I would have been bopped her. Like, but I'm trying to get away from her to de-escalate this situation. And she yelling at me, I'm yelling at her. I'm trying to go in the house to see if the guy's still in there, but they wouldn't let me go in there. So I goes around back, the screen door, well, not a screen door, one of them little sliding doors. The sliding door open. So I goes in there and I see them rapping. I see that it's now that I goes in there and I see that it's Eric. It's definitely Eric. It's definitely Eric. I see them putting some white stuff around Eric's head. It's so much blood, y'all. It's so much blood. Like, I don't know where the blood coming from, but I know he got a gush on his head. So I don't know if at this point I'm thinking, like, did he shoot him? What did he do? At this point, I don't know what happened. Like, they're telling me, get out the house, this is a scene, just get out the house. So I goes out the house, I goes back outside. I'm like, what did you do? What happened? I'm yelling at him. At that point, the police I guess they put in sheets or something in the back of their some type of, I don't know if it was a sheet, but because it wasn't like a sheet material, but they put in some type of stuff in the back of their car, I guess, so the blood won't get in there. They put my boss in there. The wife still trying to argue with me at this point. Like, I'm just getting so frustrated. Y'all. So I'm trying to walk away from her. I'm trying to see, is they going to bring Eric out? I'm trying to see, is Eric okay? Because at the end of the day, like, Eric, he laid up in there with a married man. I mean, a married woman.
Whole time, it's somebody that he know. The whole time. It's always somebody that's close, that's been in your face, shaking your hand and thing. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? Same thing with Remy Ma and Pat Poos and Easy the Block Captain. All in my boy face, shaking his hand and clapping his wife's cheeks at the same time. It's always somebody that's close. But hey, I ain't never think it'll get as bad as it done got. I mean, he going, he getting locked up. She doing the fool. She getting locked up. Kids is with Tyler. Tyler then became the nanny, the babysitter, the mama, the supervisor. That meant, God dang. My girl out of there, pregnant and all, man. She say, "Them little bad rascals, we gotta get through it. If you done made it this far, hit that like button." And shout out to Tyler, man, for providing us with this content. Hey, y'all go over to her channel, Life with Tyler. Go support her.
So I just want to make sure he okay. I just want everybody to be okay. I don't want nothing to fall on me. I don't want to regret anything. Like, that was not my intention to go over there and see that. I'm thinking I'm just going over there and drop off the stuff that I was supposed to, and now all of this is happening. Like, it's just too much going on. It's too much going on. So me and her standing out there, she's still arguing with me, she's still grabbing on me. I'm trying to get away from her, y'all. And why did she push me? She pushed me, child. She pushed me into the wall. At that point, I ain't think about my baby. I ain't think about nothing. I think I just blacked out. And me and her fighting. I don't know why she thought she could beat me. Because I was pregnant. She thought I wasn't going to do nothing. I don't know why she thought she was going to beat me up. But me and her started fighting. I'm yelling, telling the cops to get her away from me. Well, she already on the ground. I already beat her up. But I'm telling the cops to get her away. I'm telling the cops I'm pregnant. He can't really see because I got on this. You can't tell when I got on this. You can't see my belly. So I'm telling the cops, I'm pregnant. Get this lady away from me. I'm pregnant. Get this lady away from me. Pregnant. So they finally, they try to detain, retain, whatever it's called. They try to retain her. She trying to fight the cop. She biting the cop. She's screaming, hollering, kicking. I don't know if the cop was weak or whatever, but the cop tasered her, got her on the ground. They put her handcuffed. They put her in the back of the car. I'm thinking they just, stuck her in the car just so she calmed down. But obviously they took her wherever they took her. She locked up. I ain't heard from her. I ain't heard from him. And at that point, they bring Eric out, and I'm just like, what happened? I don't know if Eric was alive. Well, he ain't dead, but at that point, I didn't know if he was alive. Was he dead? It was just so much blood. So they putting him in the back of the ambulance. The police trying to question me, asking me, do I know what's going on? I said, no, I'm just here to drop the kids off. So at that point, I got up out of there. You wasn't about to question me. You ain't put me in the middle of nothing. I got up out of there. I forgot about the kids. I forgot that I dropped the kids off over there. But I didn't know that they was going to lock the mom up. I thought they would just put her in the back of the cop car just to calm her until she calmed down. But obviously they took her. So at that point, I left. I got in his car. I had to go back to the workplace and switch cars to get back in my car. It was just so crazy. And I'm just thinking, like, I got home. Well, I got my kids. I got home. And I'm just like, I can't believe this just happened. Like, how did this just happen to me? All I was supposed to do was just go over there,
mind your business,
knock some stuff off, and check on the kids. And all of this happened. Like, all of this happened. Mind your business. Like, this was just so crazy. Like, I just couldn't believe it. But the neighbor, that was a couple days ago. The neighbor called me last night and told me that the wife was there. So now I know for sure that the wife is out. The wife was there, but he called me late last night. It probably was a little bit before 12 o'clock. I wasn't about to take those kids out and, take them in the middle of the dark. And, I don't drive at night and I can't see, but the mom is definitely home. She not there now. I just got off the phone with the neighbor not too long ago. So I told the neighbor, when the mom comes back,
Make sure you tell her that y'all got the kids, or if I got the kids at the time, I got the kids. Let her know I got the kids, and
they switching the kids.
and to wait for her kids. Like, girl, come get your kids. You're not concerned about your kids. Where your kids at? She ain't there now, but soon as she pulls up, I'm going over there. Trust and believe that, honey. Get the. Hey y'all, so I just got off the phone with my boss, which is, you know, the guy that got locked up, the whole altercation about the one that paid me to go to his house to check on his wife. So he said he don't know if he getting out or not, because his wife went down to the police station and lied and filed fake charges. A false report said that he beat her up. So I'm asking him, I'm like, well, did you hit her? He said he didn't hit her, but he did push her and she did fall into the couch. He said while him and Eric was fighting, she was trying to, you know, break up the fight. She was trying to help Eric, which is not her husband. She was trying to help Eric, and he just pushed her and she fell back on the couch. So he talking to some lawyers. He don't know if he going to get out or not. He did talk to his parents, and his parents are going to come down, what did he say, Tuesday or Wednesday, and come get the kids. They're going to take the kids. He's telling me don't give the kids to the wife. I'm like, at this point, I don't even know if the wife know that I got the kids or not. But I'm telling him, like, those are not my kids. Like, I can't hold those kids from her. She want her kids. I have to give her kids. And he was, you know, just basically saying, please, just don't give her the kids. He don't trust her around the kids. He didn't know that she had the kids locked in the room while she was doing what she was doing. So he was saying he don't trust his wife. He don't understand how his wife can do that. How can she just go down there and make a false police report on him? I don't know. I guess she crazy, but I don't know. So what he was telling me is that when he went in the house, when he first went in the house, he turned on all the cameras. And mind you, he got cameras everywhere, so he can see every room, every kitchen, hallway, bathroom. He got cameras everywhere, so he can see everything. So he's telling me that he got the video footage, because he don't know if the wife gonna take the stuff off the turn the cameras off or take the tape out. But he's telling me everything is on his phone. He put his phone in his house. He hid his phone in his house. And I'm not gonna say where he hid his phone at, because I don't know if his wife watching or not, and she might try to go there and get it. But I gotta go there tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna take like 2 people with me, because I don't know if she there or not. So he want me to go there and get his phone, take it down to the police station, show the police the video of what happened from the time he came in and the time he left, to show proof, I guess, to show proof that he didn't hit his wife, and his wife made a a false report or a false accusation on him. So I gotta go do that tomorrow. What else I gotta do? I'm about to go get the kids, and maybe about an hour till they gonna meet me halfway, so I don't have to drive all the way out there. So I'm asking him, like, what happened? Like, what's going on? He's saying he don't want to get too much into it, because I guess they recording on the phone. But basically, he said he didn't do nothing to Eric like that. He said what he did was he did beat Eric real bad. He said he did beat Eric real bad. He split his head open, so I guess that's where all that blood was coming from. He had to bust his nose. His mouth had to be busted, because it was just so much blood. It just couldn't come from there, because it was just leaking everywhere. So he said he was beating Eric real bad, and his wife was the one that called the cops. That's how the cops came, because his wife was the one that called the cops. He did push his wife, but he didn't push her to where she got hurt. But he just so devastated, y'all. He just don't understand, like, how his wife can do that to him. Like, why would she do that? Like, why would you cheat? Why would you have the kids locked in the room? Like, why would you do that? He just sounded so sad on the phone. He was crying, and I'm like, don't worry about the kids. Me and the neighbors got your kids. The neighbors are helping me with your kids, and he was saying don't give the kids back to the wife. And I'm like, if the wife, she want her kids, I gotta give her kids. I can't hold your kids hostage. Like, I'll do the best I can. I'll keep them for as long as I can, or till your parents come down. But other than that, it's nothing I can do about it. Now tomorrow he want me to go let everybody at work know what's going on, and he don't want me to tell him what happened, but just let him know that he's going to be out for a while, and to give him the schedule. Tell him what's the guy name, Rico or something like that. Tell Rico to take control. Don't worry about, he said I don't have to work, just take care of the kids, and he'll look out for me when he get out. But I don't know, y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, this is wild. I feel like this could be like a Tubi movie or something. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, why this gotta happen to me? Like, why? I just got finished dealing with crazy neighbors. I'm thinking I'm good, like everything cool. And then this, why me? Why put me in a situation? Look at this big old belly. Like, I can't be, there's a whole baby in here. Like, I can't be, I gotta sit down, chill, and relax. Like, I'm doing too much. But that's the update. The neighbor said they seen the mom late last night, but she ain't there this morning. So I don't know. She ain't worried about her kids or concerned about your kids. Like, how you not looking for your kids?
That's crazy.
How? You got my number. You got the neighbor's number. You knew the kids was at the neighbor house because I told you that day that the kids go to the neighbor house and get your kids. You worried about all this. You worried about Eric. Go get your kids.
She don't want them damn kids.
So we don't know where the wife at, and I don't know. Like, how you not worried about your kids? Like, I can't go a day without my kids. I'm sorry. Like,
she had them jokers locked up in
I can't
the
go a day
room.
without my kids. My kids ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I don't know. So that's just a quick update. I keep calling the mom phone, but I left a few messages, but all her stuff just going straight to voicemail. So I don't know where she at. I don't know what's going on with Eric. I'm just glad he ain't get. But that's a little quick update, y'all. If I hear anything else from the mom or the dad or anything else change, I'll keep you updated. The kids, I think they're getting a little bit better with me. Like, I don't know, I guess they're getting a little used to me, so they're getting a little bit better. They still little rugrats, but they kids. That's what kids do. So I guess I gotta get used to it. I'm about to have a baby, so I need to prepare, I guess, running around and being up all night. But that's a little update. If anything else happen, I'll keep y'all posted. I do want to record his. No, I can't record his house. That's too much personal information. I'm already putting his business out there, but nobody knows who he is. I didn't say where he worked at. I didn't show the front of his house.
He got a construction business.
Show his wife, like, so I don't think the wife, she can like sue me or or anything. I didn't show a picture of her. I didn't show her house. I didn't show anything. I mean, I got it on my phone, but I didn't put her business out there. And for the sake of my boss, like, I didn't put his business out there, because he got a business, and that's gonna look bad on him. But that's a quick update, y'all. Let me give y'all a quick update on what happened this morning. So my neighbor, the guy called me and said, the mom is home, so bring the kids over. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm on my way. So, I got the kids ready. I got all their stuff ready. My cousin was already at my house, so she put the kids in her car, and she followed me just in case, the lady on some other type of stuff that I ain't on. So we driving there. I'm on the phone with my cousin. I'm telling her, like, yeah, just keep the kids in the car, until she come out and get the kids. I'm like, let me just go see, is she okay first? So we gets there. I knock on the door. I'm knocking on the door, her car out there, so I know she there. I'm like, all right, well, maybe she sleeps. So I called her phone. She answered the phone. I said, hey, I'm outside. Can you open the door? And she said, ugh, and hung up. So it took her like 2 minutes to come to the door. Girl, it don't take you 2 minutes to come to the door. You could have came to the door in 10 seconds. It don't take you that long to come to the door. So she comes to the door, open the door, and walks back to the house and say, what are you doing here? So I followed her in the house. I said, what am I doing here? I got your kids in the car. I'm here to drop the kids off. And then she was like, ugh. I said, all right, the kids are asleep, so can you just help me bring the kids in? She gonna say, I'll just grab the baby. I said, all right, well, you grab the baby, and then I'll grab the other two kids. She said, no, I'm just taking the baby. I said, no, you're not. You got 3 kids. How you figure you just gonna take one child? You got 2 other kids, sweetie. You gonna take all 3 of these kids? Like, I'm not their babysitter. I'm not no daycare. I'm only doing this out of kindness of my heart for my boss. Trust me, I ain't doing it for you. She gonna say, like I said, I'm only taking 1 kid. You can take the other 2 kids back with you. I said, what you mean taking the other 2 kids back with me? Dumb, or your kids. Those not my kids. I'm not taking those kids back to my house. I need a break. I need to go to sleep. I need to relax. She gonna say, all right, well, she started getting dressed. She gonna say, all right, well, I'll just grab the baby. I said, no, you're not. If you're not going to take all 3 of them, you're not taking the baby. Why are you just taking the baby? Why are you just taking the baby? She was like, I don't got time for this. If you want to be loud and ghetto, you can get out of my house. I said, I'm not being loud and ghetto. I'm frustrated because you talking about you only taking 1 child. You got 3 kids. Take all 3 of your kids. She gonna say, well, I gotta go to the hospital and make sure Eric okay. Honey, you worried about Eric? Worry about your kids. Worry about your kids. Because if it wasn't for your husband, I would have called CYS or the cops. I really would have. Like, I'm this close. I'm only doing it out of kind of my heart for my boss because I know he loved those kids. He adored those kids. She said, well, I gotta go see Eric. See Eric for what?
See, after what? Did you call your husband? Did you check on your husband? Did you see, is he getting out? He's supposed to call me later. I gave the attorney the stuff that I needed to give to him. What you mean you gotta go check on Eric? Check on your kids. Like, you been real fucking trifling right now. Like, you been real trifling. Check on your kids. They in the back of my cousin's car. They sleep. Come get your kids. She gonna say, I don't got time for this. Get out my house. I said, get out your house? I said, bitch, I'll leave them kids right on the porch. Don't play with me. I'll leave them kids right on the doorstep. She gonna say, well, they gonna be sitting there until I get back. I got something to do. Y'all, like, if I wasn't pregnant, if I wasn't pregnant, I probably would have knocked her out. I probably would have knocked her out and just left. So I'm like, that's a damn shame you worried about another man while you married and you're not even worried about your kids. Or are they sick? Do I need their medical cards? Do I need to take them to the doctors? Like, what do I need to do? Your baby keep crying. He keep crying. He won't stop crying. Like, what's wrong with your baby? She gonna say, that's what babies do. I said, no, that's not what all babies, they don't cry that much. She gonna say, well, take them to the hospital. Their cards in their medical cards in the kitchen drawer. I said, I'm not taking no fucking kids to the hospital. I'm not my kids. So I said, you really not gonna take these kids? You really not gonna take these kids? She talking about, no, I got something important to do. I said, you just so fucking trifling. You just trifling. Like, you just so fucking trifling. Karma's gonna get you. You don't deserve these kids. Karma's gonna get you. Karma's gonna get you. So I walked out of the house. I started crying, y'all. I did. I really did. I felt so bad for them kids. Like, I just started crying. Like, I just can't help it. Like, I just broke down and I just cried the whole ride home. I texted my cousin and I said, just follow me home. I'll tell you what happened when we get there. I just sat in the car. I cried the whole way there. I just felt bad for those kids. Them kids been asking for their mom. And I'm telling them, mommy's going to come today. Mommy's going to come today. I just keep telling them, they just keep asking for their mom. And she don't even want those fucking kids. Like, how could you not want your kids? Like that shit was so sad. I just cried all the way home. Like, I just felt so bad for them kids. I got the kids with me. Well, I'm at the store now. I'm about to go on Ross. And, my son need a jacket, but they back at the house with my cousin. I just needed to release some stress. I just needed to get away. I need some fresh air. The kids are okay. Their dad's supposed to call me today. I talked to the attorney, the lawyer, whatever he was. I gave him the phone, the information. I told him what happened when I was there. So I don't know how things going to go, but I'll keep y'all I'll keep you updated. But that's what happened this morning. Love y'all kids. Love y'all kids. I had a phone call from the dad. The dad was still in prison, jail, whatever it's called. I don't know. He was still in there and he was letting me know that his parents was going to come down and they was going to come get the kids. I said, okay, that's cool. That's fine. No worries. He was asking about the kids, how the kids was doing. And I was just, telling them that the baby cry a lot. And, the kids was running around. They being normal kids, but I'm okay. And, we was talking and I was asking him, I said, well, are you going to bail yourself out or are you going to get out? And basically what he said was, he never seen himself that mad before. Like, that kind of freaked him out. Like, that kind of scared him because he almost, he almost took Eric out. And he felt like the best thing for him to do is stay in there until his parents come, because he felt like if he get out, he going to be back in there for something for life. Like, he's not going to be getting out. So he said he just scared right now. He never saw himself like that. He feel like he can't control his anger. Like, he's so hurt. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. Wait till your parents come out. And your parents will bail you out. And I'm like, well, is there anything, that I need to know about your parents? Like, before they come, he was like, just don't mind his mom. His mom a little mouthy. So when he said that, I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I know how older people are. And, he was telling me that his dad was old. His dad, he got health issues and he in a wheelchair. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. And we were just talking about the whole situation. Everything was going on. He was telling me, how much he appreciate me, taking his kids, looking out for him. And I'm like, that's cool, because, you look out for me, so I'm going to look out for you. And I was just telling him, I went to the job. I gave everybody their schedule. I let them know that you that you're in the hospital, but you okay. I ain't want to tell him where he was at, but you're in the hospital, you okay, and you'll be back, everything is fine, and to take tell Rico to take control. Okay, that was cool. So we had a conversation. I hung up with him. I want to say a day later, I got a call from his mom, and I felt like she was just being a little nasty on the phone. Like, she don't know me, I don't know her. There's no reason for you to be nasty. So she was letting me know that she was going to come down in 2 days. was it 2 or 3 days, to come get the kids. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. All right, y'all, I'll be right back with another part. Hold on. Okay, so it's time for the parents to come down and get the kid. So that morning, I got a call from his mom letting her know, what time she'll be down. I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. I'll text you my address. Just if you can't find it, because I live a little farther out, then I'm just put it in your GPS. I was asking her, did she know how to use her GPS or Google Map? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, I went about my day. I got a call from the mom. She said she'll be arriving in 5 minutes. I said, okay, that's fine. Just since the dad is in a wheelchair, just park around back, because my back don't got no steps. I'm gonna move my truck, and you can just, pull up around back to my back door, and you just come in that way. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So she gets here. I hear, first of all, she was banging on my door like she was the police. Honey, I can hear. I'm not deaf. She was banging at my door like she was the police. So I'm like, who is that? I didn't think it was the mom, because why you banging at my door like you the police? So I'm either thinking it's the kid's crazy mom or the police. So I go to the door. Well, I checked my camera first, and I'm like, who the hell is that? And I'm clicking like, oh, that must be his mom. So, because at that point, his dad wasn't out of the car, it was just a mom. So, I go open the door. I let her in. I help her get the husband out of the truck, because it's like a wheelchair accessible truck. So, I help him out. I tell him just, come through here. And when she gets in my house, she just looking around like she disgusted. Honey, I'm sorry, I'm not rich like y'all. I don't have a fancy big house. I'm sorry. This is my house. This is what you gonna get. So she was just looking around like she was disgusted. I don't know, honey. Ain't nothing gonna crawl on you. Ain't nothing gonna crawl on you here. Nothing gonna bite you, honey. If anything, it looks like your husband bites, but I'm gonna mind my business. But come in, just have a seat. I was like, the kids are upstairs. They're woke. The baby sleep. Do you want me to bring them down? And she was like, well, before you bring them down, can I ask you a few questions? And I'm thinking in my head like, what? Excuse me. I'm thinking in my head like, what she gotta ask me? What you gotta ask me? I already had a little attitude with her because how she was talking to me on the phone, like the stuff she was just saying. Like I felt like she was just, I don't know. She just gave me a little attitude. I had to side eye her when she got here, but I didn't show her that I had an attitude. But she was like, can I ask you, a few questions before you get the kids? I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. I didn't know what she was going to ask me. She was like, how long have you been working with my son? And I was like, about 2 years or a little over 2 years. And she was like, I'm gonna ask you this, but don't take no offense to it. And I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna take offense to anything. It's okay. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. So she was like, do you have any relations with my son? I said, relations? What do you mean relations? She was like, any, sexual relations? I'm like, no, not to be rude or disrespectful. Your son is handsome, but he's not my type. There was never no sexual communication or any type of sexual relationship with me or your son, and there never will be. There's no sexual intention there. He's not my type. There will never be nothing there. So I'm just letting her know, like, okay, no, nothing. There will never be nothing there. And she was like, are you sure? I said, sweetie, I'm 100% sure, okay? I have a man. Your husband is married. He's not my type. And there will never be nothing there. She was like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why you asking me these questions? Why are you asking me the questions? I said, I'm doing this out the kind of my heart. I'm being nice. I took these kids in because the wife ran off. Who knows where the wife at? Did you talk to her? Did you ask her these type of questions? You here asking me type of questions. You need to be looking for the wife. You need to be looking for their mom. I'm not their mom. Whatever their mom and their dad got going on, that's between them. And she was like, okay, you can go get the kids now. Like, she did this to me. She said, okay, you can go get the kids now. I said, put your hand down. Put your hand down. Don't do this to me. I'm not no child and I'm not no dog. Like right there, I was pissed off. I said, I'm not no child and I'm not no dog. So put your hand down. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. She's like, well, just go get the kids. I said, don't say that to me. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. If you want me to go get the kids, I'll go get the kids. But that's not how you say it. Right now, you pissing me off. I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to be cool. I understand you're an elderly woman. But you in my house and you disrespecting me. You asking me questions that you shouldn't even be asking me. You need to be talking to your husband and y'all need to be looking for his wife. You asking me questions that don't even concern these kids, okay? So let me go get these kids and let you see them. She gonna say, oh, well, just to let you know, I'm not taking the kids with me. I said, what you mean you're not taking the kids with you? She said, her husband, he having some breathing issues. I guess he's on some type of machine. So she had to take him to the hospital, to get him checked out. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. But I'll bring the kids down and you can see the kids. So I went upstairs. I stumped up the steps. I was mad, y'all, but she was older. I really wasn't trying to disrespect her, but you're not about to come in my house and disrespect me. So I went up the steps. I got the kids. The baby was asleep. I didn't bring the baby down. I didn't wake the baby up because, first of all, that baby cries too damn much, and I'm not waking that baby up. You want to go upstairs and see the baby? Fine. I'm not bringing them down, and I'm not waking up. So I'm at the top of the steps. The little girl ran down. She was like, Granny, Granny, Granny. The little boy was like, Gigi, Gigi, Gigi. They was hugging her and kissing her. She was saying she's so happy to see him. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps. I wasn't trying to go back down there because she already pissed me off. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps. And I heard the grandma say to the kids, she gonna say, did Miss J hit y'all? They said, no, Miss J didn't hit us. She's so nice. Miss J didn't hit us. Look, Grandma, she got me bubbles. So I ain't say nothing. I let that slide. Then she gonna say, did you ever see Miss J and your daddy kiss? Girl, I was at the top of that step bawling. And they started laughing. The kids was like, ew, no, that's nasty, Grandma. That's nasty. That's nasty. And she was like, did Miss J ever stay the night at your house? And I'm like, okay. I come down the steps. I said, okay, kids, say bye to Grandma. Say bye to Grandma. Tell Grandma, tell Gigi, whatever. Go give your grandpa a hug or a kiss or whatever. And tell Papa bye. So I told the kids to go back up to the room. I said, get out my house. Get out my house. Because I'm sitting here and I'm doing your son a favor and I'm doing his trifling wife a favor. And you here asking these kids, did I hit them? Did I stay the night at their house? Or did I do anything with their dad? I told you the first time it was no type of sexual relationship. And you just go and ask the kids. I just told you it wasn't no type of sexual relationship. You need to be trying to go find her mom. Them kids been here for me for how long? And you in my house questioning me, disrespecting me, you got to go. I'm sorry, but you got to go. Because now I'm mad. So you got to go. You got to get out of my house and you got to go. She going to say, oh, no need to be hostile. I said, don't tell me what to be. Don't tell me what to be. Because from the time you walked in that door, you look like you was disgusted. Okay? I said, I'm sorry my house not big. I'm sorry I'm not in a mansion. But this is my house. And these kids are here and they safe. And I feed them. And I take care of them. And I read them stories before they go to bed. And I feed them, okay? I do everything for their kids that their mom should be doing. You know where her mom at? Can you tell me where her mom at? She said, well, I haven't seen her. I said, well, I haven't seen her either. And these kids here and they're safe. And you just sitting there lifting up their shirt looking for bruises. Honey, why? I ain't doing nothing to them kids, but love them kids and treat them like them kids was mine. Okay? So if anybody abusing them, do you know that their mom keep them locked in a room? Did you know that? Oh, well, Hunter told me. That's my boss' last name. I'm not going to say his first name. She said, oh, well, Hunter told me that the kids was locked in the room. I said, yes. You go upstairs. They're not locked in a room. All the doors are open. They're free to come down. They want something. They know where the juice at. They hungry. They know to come tell me they hungry. They need a bath. I put them in the bath. They want to go outside. They want to go to the park. I take them. So for you to come up in my house and question me and question those kids about some stuff that's unnecessary, it's disrespectful, okay? So I appreciate you. Take you and roll your husband out of here. You and your husband, I said, sir. No, I don't know if their dad can talk. He didn't say anything while he was here. But I think he did, wave to the kids. But I don't think he can, have, full conversation. But I'm like, you and your husband, you got to go. You need me help rolling your husband out? I help you. But you got to go because now I just feel real disrespected. You got to go. Y'all, she was just, I don't know if it was because of my skin color or she felt like the situation happened because of me, honey. That situation ain't got nothing to do with me. That got to do between his nasty wife and him. So you need to, she need to take that up with her son and she need to go find his wife. So they left and that was the end of that. And she called me 10 minutes later, but I ain't answered the phone because what we got to talk about? You already came in my house and you already disrespected me. What we got to talk about? Nothing. So that was that part.
What if there was no galaxy far, far away, and there was no joy?
72-hour odor protection with only 9 ingredients isn't a myth.
It's native.
So later that day, I get a call from my boss. The same day that his mom came to my house and was acting a fool later that day, I got a call from my boss, excuse me. And I was letting him know, I had to check your mom. She came in my house and she was very disrespectful and I didn't appreciate it. So, I escorted her out of my house, and he was apologizing for her, letting me know, his mom gonna be a bit much. I said, that's okay. You don't have to apologize for her. I checked her very well. She know, next time to come correct, hopefully. And he started laughing. I was letting him know that I didn't see the wife in a couple of days. I haven't heard from the wife and I haven't seen her. And I went to the house. There was no more breast milk in the freezer. And baby was out of breast milk. And I didn't know what kind of milk to give him because I didn't know if he was like allergic to anything. So I had bought him the formula when my kids was baby. I had bought him that, but he wasn't, drinking as much as he should. So he was telling me what kind of formula to buy. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we had a little conversation, he let me know, he's going to, take care of me when he get out and he appreciate it or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So, after that, maybe about an hour later, I went to the store. I got the milk that he suggested. I came back home. Well, before I got home, I got a call from the mom. And the mom was like, she want to see her kids. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, see your kids? You want to come get your kids? And she was like, whatever, I'll be there later. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm laying in bed, y'all. It's probably a little bit before 10 o'clock at night, dark. It gets dark around here maybe about 5:30. It's 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock at night. I hear a loud banging at my door. I'm like, what is that? I'm thinking it's the police. Because why everybody banging at my door like they're the police? When you bang at the door like that, I'm thinking you the police. So I'm thinking that's the police. So I check my cameras and I can't really see because it was dark and the light wasn't, picking her up. So I go to the door. I'm like, who is it? And it was her mom. So I let her in. Y'all, when she came in, her hair was all over the place. It looked like a nappy synthetic wig. She had mascara running all down her eyes like she was crying. Y'all don't know what mascara is. It's that black eyeliner stuff, I guess. I don't know. And it was just running all down her eyes. She looked like she just came back from the dead. She looked like she drowned and came back from the dead. So she came here and she was all out. She was like, where my kids at? Where my kids at? Where my kids? I said, ho, calm down. They upstairs, they sleep. Calm down. You too loud. You doing too much. She was like, go get my kids. I said, hold on. Right there. That's not how you talk to me. You come in my house, you gonna come correct. She's like, just go get my kids. I miss my kids. I want to see my kids. I said, you want to take your kids? She said, no, I want to just see my kids. I said, no, you're going to take your kids. I had these kids long enough. You been MIA for how long? Yeah. You running up the hospital checking on Eric. You ain't check on these kids. So I can go upstairs. And I said, you know what? Like something clicked in my head and said, don't get that lady them kids. She drunk or she high. She was on something. Or she was just so loud. She was falling over the place. Her words were stumbling. Like she was on something. So something clicked in my head. Like, all right, don't argue with this lady. Clearly she wants something and don't give her those kids. As bad I wanted to give her those kids, I really did, because that's their mom and that's where they belong. But this lady was drunk. She was high. She was on something. And I didn't feel comfortable giving her those kids, especially at nighttime. So I said, all right, I'm going to go get the kids, but I need for you to calm down. She said, don't fucking tell me to calm down. Don't effing tell me to calm down. Who you think you is? I said, I just need you to calm down, before you wake up my kids, okay? Just calm down. Won't you just have a seat? She was like, I don't want to have a seat. Just go get my kids. I said, I am going to get your kids, but I need you to calm down before I bring your kids down. You don't need to be all loud and aggressive and scaring them or scaring my kids. Just sit down. I said, do you want something to drink? She said, yeah, what you got to drink? You got some liquor? I said, liquor? I said, so that's what you on? You on liquor? Like you drunk? I didn't know if you was drunk, high, or I didn't know what you was on. So that's what it is. Okay, now I smell it. Now that you said it, now that I smell it, I'm like, no, I don't have any type of adult drinks. I'm pregnant. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that. Would you like some juice, some water, soda, anything? She was like, and then she goes in my refrigerator. I said, don't go in my refrigerator. Okay, well, what you want? She's like, well, just pour me some orange juice. I said, I can get you some orange juice, but don't just talk to me like that. So she came in here, she sat down, and I poured her some orange juice, and I tried to talk to her, but she was just being smart. She didn't want to talk to me. She was just so loud and ghetto. She was banging on my table. And I'm like, if you want me to get these kids, I need you to calm down. You need to be calmed down. If you want me to get these kids, I just need you to calm down. I don't have a problem. I said, but I am going to let you know, I'm not going to let you take the kids. She was like, you can't keep my kids away from me. I'll call the cops. I said, go ahead, call the cops. Call the cops and watch them see how belligerent and drunk you are. See if they're going to give you them kids. If anybody, you're going to be locked up. If anything, you call the cops. So go ahead and call the cops. So I said, go ahead, call the cops. You want to use my phone? You got a phone? Call the cops. Go ahead. And she was just like, go get my kids. I said, okay, but before I get your kids, I'm letting you know that you're not taking these kids because you're drunk. You're not about to drive drunk with these kids. I bring them down and you can see them. But you're drunk and I don't feel comfortable or safe. I don't want that on my conscience. If anything happened, these kids get in the car with you and something happened. If you want to, excuse me, if you want to, injure whatever, that's fine. But don't take the kids down with you. So she sat down. She was just talking trash. I went upstairs. I got the kids. I woke them up. The kids came down. They seen their mom. They was half asleep. And they seen their mom. They just lit up. They was just so happy to see their mom. Like, my heart was just filled with so much joy to see the smile on their face. They was like, mommy, I miss you. Oh, mommy, I miss you. Where have you been, mommy? And the mom was like, get over here and show mommy some love. Get over here and show. I'm like, oh my God. She was just so loud and ghetto. And the kids went over there. They hugged her. They was kissing her. They said they missed their dad. They want to go home. But the son was like, no, we can't go home. Miss J, which is me. Miss J called me Miss J. Miss J's going to take us to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. We have to wait till we go to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. We're going to stay for one more day, right, Miss J? I said, yeah, I'm going to take y'all to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. I promise y'all to Chuck E. Cheese. I'll take y'all to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. And the little girl was like, okay, mommy, we'll just come home tomorrow. Miss J gonna take us to Chuck E. Cheese and then we'll come home. So, the mom was there y'all should have just seen how she was kissing him. She was just like, she was making these loud sounds. She was like she was growling and stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, this is a damn shame. Like this right here is a damn shame. Like, I just felt so bad. Although I don't like the mom, I did feel bad for her. I really did. I felt bad for the mom. And okay, so she got done with the kids. She told the kids to go upstairs. She pushed the little girl. I'm like, why would you push her? She's like, I didn't push her. She pushed the little girl. She pushed the little girl. The little girl stumbled a little bit. So the kids went back upstairs. And then the mom was like, this is all your fault. All you had to do was keep your fucking mouth shut. I said, my fault. All you had to do was keep your legs shut. Opening your legs got you in this, not me. Opening your legs. You're a married woman. You open your legs to another man. That's what got you here. She said, well, all you had to do was mind your business. I said, I was minding my business. I was doing Hunter a favor. I came over to check on y'all because you're dizzy behind. So turned the cameras off, locked the kids in the room up there with another man. And I went back. My boss asked me and I told him. I did. I really didn't want to tell him, but I told him. It was the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And I feel like that was going to be on my conscience if I didn't say anything. She going to say, oh, well, you're a little too close to my husband. I said, too close to your husband. First of all, I go to work, I do my job, and that's it. It's nothing more and it's nothing less. And there will never be nothing between me and Hunter, okay? I can put that on my kids, okay? I can put that very much on my kids, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get your drunk ass out of my house and you come back when you're sober and you can see your kids. So she trying to argue with me, blah, 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 whatever. Her words just blurring, stuff coming out of her mouth that don't even got to do with the situation. So I'm like, okay, well, how is Eric? How's Eric doing? She said, oh, wait, you want to know you're the reason that he's in the hospital? I said, no, ma'am, I'm not the reason he's in the hospital. You're the reason that he's in the hospital. So I'm just sitting there listening to her talk about me, talk about my house. She thought about, oh, you trying to get a come up? I said, a come up off of what? She said, you trying to get a come up off of my husband? I said, I ain't trying to get nothing off of your husband. I go to work, I do my job, and I get paid just like everybody else. Okay? I ain't at home spreading my legs to men like you, honey. If anything, trying to get a come up, you're trying to get a come up, not me. So me and her arguing, going back and forth. I'm like, you know what? I'm done arguing with you. Just calm down. I'm not even gonna let you drive. Where your keys at? She was like, oh, you ain't get my keys there in the car. I said, well, I as much as I don't like you, I don't want you to, out driving like this. Like, you can hurt yourself, and the kids need their mom. So me and her, we started having a conversation. And she was like, well, do you know when my husband's getting out? I said, he should be getting out maybe tomorrow or pretty soon, because his parents are down here. And she was like, I just don't want Eric to be at the house when he gets there. I said, Eric out of the hospital? She said, yeah, he's at the house. I said, at your house? I said, why would you have him at your house after that whole situation? She was like, that's just as she got just as much rights to that house as her husband do. I'm like, but do you think that's a good idea to have Eric at your house after everything that went down? And she was like, well, that's really none of your business. That's really not none of your business. I'm like, yeah, you're right, but why would you have Eric, excuse me, y'all. Why would you have Eric at your house? Like, that is crazy. Like, I said, so what are you going to do when your husband come home? Or is Eric going to be there, or are you going to get Eric to leave before your husband come home? She was like, I don't know, dude. That's why I asked you when my husband was coming home. I said, well, I don't know either, but I think you will want to get Eric out of the house. I don't think you will want to have Eric there when Hunter come home. It's going to be another altercation. So we just talking. I'm just, at this point, I want to be nosy. I ain't even gonna lie. At this point, I wanted to be nosy. So I started asking her questions. I was like, well, are you in a relationship with Eric, or y'all just messing around? And she was telling me, she knew Eric since high school. Like, they grew up together. Like, they was high school sweethearts. And she the one that introduced Eric to her husband. Well, she introduced Eric to, her husband as a friend. So that what she told me. She told Eric that this was her, her high school friend. So that's how she got, him and Eric started talking, and that's how Eric started working for Hunter. So I'm like, so are you going to stay with your husband, or are you going to stay with Eric? She said, at this point, I don't know. I said, you don't know. You're married. You're married, and you got a man at your house while your husband is locked up. What you mean you don't know? You better figure something out before Hunter come home. So I'm just, asking her questions after questions after questions. She answered some of the questions, but she ain't answered all the questions. So I'm like, I said, do you love Eric? She said, yeah. I said, well, do you love your husband? She said, yeah. I said, well, you love both of them, but you're married, so you got to choose one. Who do you think you're going to choose? She said she don't know. I said, well, what's the problem with your husband? Like, why would you cheat on your husband, honey? A lot of women would love to stay at home and be a stay-at-home rich wife. Honey, a lot of people will want that position. She was like, well, you don't know everything that's going on. You don't know how he treats me. You don't know how he makes me feel. I said, you're right. I don't know. That's where counseling is for. She was like, I tried to get him to go to counseling. He doesn't want to he doesn't want to go to counseling. I'm like, well, what is your relationship like? Like, is everything okay? Like, did you cheat because you thought he was cheating or he was doing something? She was like, all he do is work. All he do is work all day, come home, play with the kids, eat his food, and give me a kiss on the forehead like I'm a pet. I said, so y'all don't talk? She said, I talk, he just listen. She said she just feel neglected in her marriage. She said she tired of feeling neglected in her marriage. So, that's when she started messing with Eric. So I'm like, let me ask you something. Was you messing with Eric before y'all had kids? She said she been sleeping with Eric since high school. I said, okay. I really wanted to ask if those his kids, but I feel like that wasn't the right time. So I'm like, well, dude. She was like, I don't know, but right now, the way she feel about her husband, what her husband did to Eric was uncalled for. And I'm like, you right, that was uncalled for, but the whole situation was uncalled for. Y'all got me in the middle of it. You got me taking care of your kids. I don't know where you at. Your husband locked up. His mom came here acting crazy. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I don't have a problem watching these kids, but at the end of the day, these are not my kids. Like, you got to get yourself together. Like, you got to come get your kids. Your kids want you. I said, I'm going to take them to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. If you want to come to Chuck E. Cheese with us, that's where they want to go. That's fine. So me and her sitting here just, having a conversation, and she just started crying. She just started crying out of the blue. A drunk cry. Yeah, it was one of those. It was a drunk cry. So I'm just letting her cry for a minute. I didn't say nothing because, just let her get her cry out. So I'm like, well, why are you crying? Is everything okay? She was like, my life is a mess. All because of you. All because of you. You ruined my life. You was a stupid bitch. You was a stupid bitch. You ruined my life. I said, first of all, I didn't ruin your life. Your husband, Hunter, asked me to go check on you because you had the cameras off. And he wanted to make sure y'all was okay. So I went over there and I checked on y'all and I seen something that I felt like I didn't need to see. And y'all put me in the middle of it. What got you in trouble and ruined your life is you opening your legs. That's what got you in trouble, not me. Yeah, I did go back and tell my boss because he asked and I told him. And that's what it was. So she wanted to be loud and ghetto and ratchet, the stuff she was calling me. But honey, obviously I'm the calm one. So at this point, my feelings went out the door. I didn't care. So I just blatantly asked her. I said, is Eric the father of the baby? And she just stayed there and looked at me like, she just gave me like the look of death. Like she just stood there and she just looked at me. I said, did you hear what I said? I said, is Eric the father of the baby? She gonna say, well, that's none of your business. I said, okay, you're right. That's not none of my business. But you just had a baby. You postpartum. Your husband's already said to me that the baby don't look like him and the baby don't look like your other kids. She was like, oh, he said that? He's going around saying it's not his baby? Well, guess what? I don't know if any of the kids' heads. Child, when she told me that, my mouth dropped. When I tell y'all my mouth dropped, my eyes went like this. I felt like I was on drugs with her. I'm like, whoa, hold on. What do you mean? She was like, oh, since he want to say that, he probably need to get a DNA test on all the kids. I'm like, I didn't hear that. Please don't tell me that. I did not hear that. I don't want to hear that. Whatever y'all got going on, but take that back. I don't want to hear. Nope. I rebuked that. Nope. I don't want to hear that. And she was like, yeah, that's right, man, Eric, man, since high school, we high school lovers, and the feelings are still there. Like I guess they've been messing around since high school. Like they never stopped messing around. And I'm just like, I said, them poor kids. I said, so you gonna get a DNA test? What you gonna do? You gonna get a DNA test? She was like, at this point, I'm gonna have to get a DNA test for all of the kids. I'm like, you want me to tell you? You want me to tell your husband? She was like, no, just mind your business. You already got us in enough trouble. Just mind your business. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna mind my business. So she just going on and on, talk about how she haven't been happy in a long time, how her husband ignored her. They try to go to counseling. Nothing is working. And she just jumped into Eric's arm. Eric was paying her attention. So she jumped into Eric's arm. She was in a relationship. She was married and she was in a relationship with Eric. And Eric been over the house several times. And every time Eric come over, she turns the cameras off. And her husband, that he did mention that she always got the cameras off, but she told him that I guess it's the internet or connection or something, whatever's connected to the cameras. But she said every time Eric come over, she turns the camera off. So I just can't believe, when you drunk, the truth come out. I'm thinking, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm sorry, boss, but I thought the baby wasn't yours. I didn't think about the other two kids. I'm just thinking, I don't know if she said that because she was mad, but I'm just thinking in my head, like, all right, that baby don't look like him or the other two kids. The other two kids look like, you can see the similarities. But the baby, But she said all three kids, not just the baby, all three kids, they got to get a DNA test on. Ain't that some shit? This is crazy. I'm like, okay, so the next day, the husband got out of jail. Let's clap up for that. I'm getting rid of these kids. Let's clap up for that. So the husband got out of jail. He came to my house. He came to get the kids. Y'all, the kids was so happy to see their dad. Like I think they was more happier to see their dad than their mom. Like the way he was just loving on them kids. He kept saying, I miss you. He was kissing them. He was hugging them. He started crying. The kids was crying. I wanted to cry a little bit. I'm so emotional. And I'm just sitting there I'm just smiling. I'm just watching but the back of my head, I'm just happy that these kids getting up out of here because I need a break. But he was telling the kids, go upstairs, pack your things, you go home. So I'm like, okay, kids. Mind you, she told me that Eric is still at the house at this point. I don't know if Eric's still at the house or Eric left. So I'm like, okay, babies, go upstairs and pack your bag, and I'll call you, when it's time to leave. So I'm like, okay, Hunter, just sit down at the table. I gotta tell you something. He was like, oh, well, what is it now? He wasn't saying it to be smart. I think he was a little scared. He was like, oh, well, what is it now? I said, did you talk to your wife? Did you see your wife? And he was like, no, I haven't heard from her. Have you? I said, well, she was here the other night. She tried to get the kids. He said, He said, well, thank goodness you didn't give her the kids. Like I said, the reason I didn't give her the kids because she came here, she was drunk and she was crazy. She was on something and she was just acting real crazy and I didn't feel comfortable. It was the middle of the night anyway. I didn't feel comfortable giving her the kids, and that's what I told her. And he was like, that's the problem right there. She got a drinking problem. I tried to get her into counseling. I tried to get her help. She just don't want to put the bottle down. And I think, he said that's what put a damper in our marriage. I said, you sure that's just what put a damper in the marriage? Because, y'all, I got everything on record. I record everything just in case something go down and they try to say I did something or I took those kids or anything happened. I got everything on my phone. This phone that I'm on, I got all the recordings just in case anything go down. Y'all not putting me in the middle of nothing, honey. So if it comes down to it and I gotta go to court or something, honey, I got everything recorded. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. So I'm telling him, dang, where was I at? So I'm telling him that the wife was saying, how you come home and you neglect her or you go to work all day, you don't spend time with her. And when you come home, you go straight to the kids, you love one of the kids and you kiss her on the forehead like she a dog. And he said, that is true. That is true. I said, well, maybe not to be in your business, but y'all already put me in your business. I said, well, not to be in your business anymore, but maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe you need to show your wife some attention. And mind you, I don't like this lady. I don't care what he do. That's their business. I'm just, trying to put my 2 cents in. I'm like, well, maybe that's the problem. He said, no, the problem is her and her drinking. She's a drunk. She's sneaky. She don't take care of the kids properly. He said, you went to go pick the kids up from daycare several times because she was nowhere to be found. He was like, she got a drinking problem. She leave the kids in the house by herself. She don't cook. She don't clean. She don't do what she's supposed to. She just not, wife material. And he been thinking about getting a divorce for a long time. And I'm like, well, that's something that, y'all two have to deal with. But I don't think you should take the kids with you right now because, she told me something and I think you should go without the kids. The kids can stay here. I can watch them a little bit longer. He's like, well, why you don't want me to go to the house? What's happening? What's going on at the house? Did she change the locks? I'm like, no, she didn't change the lock, but she did say Eric was at your house. So what the you mean Eric is at my house? What do you mean Eric? Like he jumped up on the table. He started banging on. He's like, watch the kids. I'll be right back. Just watch the kids. I said, no. I watch these kids. Enough. Hold on. Just calm down. You can't go to the house acting all crazy. You just got out of jail. You just caught a case. Like you have to chill. You go back to the house and then what? Somebody's going to end up, right? Calm down. Just calm down. You calm down. The kids upstairs, they're going to come downstairs. You're going to scare them. Just calm down. Just sit at the table and let's just talk about it. Let's just talk for a minute. Calm down. Like y'all put me in the middle of y'all situation. I'm pregnant. I'm stressed out. I'm tired. Y'all doing too much. Like this is too much for me. I cannot handle this. This is too much. Between you and her and your mom, you asked me, y'all fucking crazy. Like all y'all is fucking crazy. Like something is wrong with all y'all. All y'all fucking need to go see a therapist or get out of each other's life. Like this is too much. So just sit here, just sit the fuck down and just listen, okay? I had enough. I'm tired. This is not my business. You put me in the middle of this. This is not my business. I'm tired. Enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm putting my foot down. Like somebody got to come get these kids. I don't mind watching your kids, but enough is enough. I need my life back. Okay, my own. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. Y'all stressing me out. I just got out of the hospital. I'm on medication. My blood pressure high. My baby not growing properly. Like y'all putting me through so much, and I'm trying to be so nice, but it's only so much that I can take. At that point, I went off. And I guess he felt bad. He sat down, and we started talking again. So at this point, I'm asking him, well, what's the relationship between your wife and Eric? And she was like, Eric. She said Eric introduced Eric as her cousin. That's what she told him. When she first met Eric before they had kids and all that, she introduced Eric as her cousin. And I'm like, well, that's not what she told me. She told me something else. And he was like, well, that's what she told her. But obviously Eric is not her cousin. I mean, if they're cousins, they wouldn't be fucking unless they doing some incest stuff. I'm saying right, true about that. But that's what she told me, and you telling me something different. So Erica, she just calm down and just listen. Don't bang on my table, okay? This ain't no probably $5,000 table you got, okay? Chill, okay? Before you break it. So I'm like, well, she did tell me. At this point, I played the recording for him. I let him hear what she said, but I didn't let the part about the kids play, about the DNA test on the kids. I didn't let that play. So I let him listen to it, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just watching him. Like, he just so mad. You can just tell he mad. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just listening to him. Well, we listening to the recording, and I'm just watching him. So I'm like, you can't go back to the house because Eric, I don't know if Eric there, and I don't want you to get any more trouble. So he like, yo, I'm sorry. I keep pausing. I'm so fat and out of breath. Like, I'm just out of breath. So I didn't let him hear the part about the kids not being his. I said, so what are you going to do? Like, are you going to stay with your wife? Or y'all going to work it out? He said, no, I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting a locks change. He going to get full custody of the kids. Like, his wife got to go. She can't come to the house no more. He going to let them know she a drunk. He going to show the videos that he got of her in the house drinking with the kids. He said she abusive to them kids. She hit them kids several times. She found marks on the body. And when he said that, I'm like, because when your mom came over here, she was looking at the kids. Do your mom know about that? Because when your mom came over here, she was looking at the kid's body, asking the kids that I hit him and stuff. So is that why your mom was looking at the kids? Do your mom know about it? He was like, yeah, his mom know about it. Mind you, his family, they don't live near their family. Their family lives states and states away. He came down here and he built, a business. So this is where his business is at. His family is like 2-3 states away. So I'm like, well, what is the relationship with you and Eric? I met Eric a few times. Eric don't be at the job like everybody else. But I met Eric. I worked with Eric a few times. So come to find out, my boss is Eric too. My boss is fucking Eric too. My boss is bisexual. Sorry, whatever you want to call it. That's why my boss was so mad. He told me, let me know that he was fucking Eric. And I'm just like, I'm just dumbfounded. Like, I just went numb. Like, I'm just sitting there like, what? Like, he told me, but it didn't register. He told me, but it was so much going in my mind. I'm thinking I didn't. I'm like, say that again. My boss Eric too. So that's what the problem is. That's why my boss was mad and he did what he did, because he's Eric too. And I'm like, mind you, I knew my boss was. I knew my boss. We all knew the boss. You can just tell, how he be acting. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you fucking Eric, she fucking Eric, both of y'all fucking Eric. So this is what all it's about. Like, y'all fighting over Eric. Like, at this point, I'm just anything that's coming out of my mouth. Like, so y'all just fucking Eric just fucking both of y'all. That's what the problem is. Both of y'all banging Eric. That's why you got so upset. I'm thinking you upset because your wife is sleeping with Eric. No, you upset because you're sleeping with Eric and your wife is sleeping with Eric. Is everybody just sleeping with Eric?
Wow. Your boy knocking Eric down and his wife. Your boy LGBT, that's his thing. Wow. I mean, she was disgusted. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's crazy. We gotta finish it. If you done made it this far, hit the like button for your boy, fam. Let's get it.
Like, at this point, I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what to say. I'm stuck. Like, I'm just sitting there like, this gotta be a dream. Like, this gotta be a dream. Ain't no way he just told me that he was sleeping with Eric. No way you told me you were sleeping with Eric. So I asked him, well, how long was you sleeping with? I was disgusted at this point because both of y'all fucking Eric. I said, well, how long you been sleeping with Eric for? He said 4 years. I said 4 years, and you mad your wife was sleeping with Eric and you been sleeping with Eric for 4 years? Like, yo, at this point, I'm dumbfounded. Like, I'm just dumbfounded. I don't know what to think. I'm stuttering. So many thoughts going through my head. Like, I'm just thinking, like, you sleeping with Eric. Your wife is sleeping with Eric. Are you mad at Eric for sleeping with your wife? Or I don't like, y'all, I was just stuttering so bad. Like, I didn't know what to ask him. I didn't know what to say. Like, I was just stuck when he said he was messing around with Eric. I got stuck. Like, I like what I'm doing now. That's how I was. Like, I was stuck. I'm like, so you Mind you, I already knew he was gay. But I'm like, so you're gay? How long? I'm asking him, like, how long have you been gay for? He said he been gay for a long time. I'm like, did your wife know you was gay? He said, yeah, she knew I was bisexual. I said, okay, well, what's going to happen? You going to divorce your wife, or are you going to be with Eric, or are you going to, make things work out with your wife? Like, what are you going to do? He said right now he just want to go there and he wants to beat up Eric and he wants to kick his wife out. I said, well, why are you going to beat up Eric? Both of y'all was cheating. What are you mad at Eric for? Both of y'all was cheating. He said, but Eric owe him loyalty. Loyalty? I'm like, loyalty? Why he owe you loyalty? Like, you're married. You're married. He said, that's not the point. I said, well, what is the point? Elaborate. Explain to me, because I'm a little confused. He said, the point is, him and Eric, he thought him and Eric was in a relationship. I said, first of all, how you think you and Eric was in a relationship and you're married? At this point, I don't give two fucks. At this point, I don't give two fucks, because this whole situation is just crazy. Like, this whole situation is crazy. Like, I don't know what to think at this point. Like, I want to kick my boss out. I want to say, take your kids and go, because like right now I'm just so dumbfounded. I'm confused. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I feel like y'all put me in the middle of this situation, and you sleeping with Eric and she sleeping with Eric. Like, y'all, I couldn't get that off my head. Like, I just couldn't think about nothing else but him sleeping with Eric. Like, excuse me, like, that's the only thing I could think about was him sleeping with Eric. Like, I just kept saying it, like, you sleeping with Eric, you're sleeping with Eric, you're gay. I don't have a problem with gay people. I just didn't, I knew my boss was gay, but I just didn't, him sleeping with Eric, like, that never crossed my mind, him sleeping with Eric. And I'm just like, okay, well, let's just sit here. Let's just think about it. Just calm down. Let's just figure out what you're going to do. Because right now, this is too much. Like, this is too much. I'm ready to be done with this whole situation. Like, I don't want to deal with it no more. I don't want to be between you and your wife. I don't want to be between you and Eric. Whatever you do, that's what you do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Take that up with your wife. Take that up with Eric. But what I will suggest and what I will advise, I advise you not to go to the house and do anything for Eric. Because guess what? You want to take them kids with you. When you leave, you got to take them kids. Them kids got to go. You got to take those kids with you, and just think about if y'all all locked up, where the kids going to go? Your mom, I ain't say this to be disrespectful, but your mom is elderly and your dad barely can move. You know, he on oxygen. So who want to take your kids? Because not me. Not me. I had enough. I'm tired. At this point, I'm tired. Like, at this point, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired now. I'm ready to go to bed. So at this point, I don't care. At this point, I don't care about my boss. I don't care about his wife. All I care about is those kids. I don't care about the whole situation. So I said, you know what? I don't care no more. I'm just going to let everything out. You talked bad about your wife. Your wife talked bad at y'all. Y'all got me in the middle of this. Y'all got me stressed out. I'm just going to play the recording, and I'm going to let you hear what your wife said. So I sat there and I played the recording, and when it got to the part, and instead, when his wife said she needed DNA test on all three of the kids, like, he started beating on my table. He said, DNA test? What the you mean you need a DNA test? A DNA test? Those are my kids. Those are my kids. What do you mean a DNA test? Those are my kids. I thought the baby wasn't mine, but the other two, those are my kids. Y'all, he flipped over my table. He punched my wall. He started knocking stuff over. I'm like, get the fuck out. Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my fucking house. Just go. Get out of my house. You got to get out of my house. You got to go. I'm tired. Get out of my house before I call the cops. Just go. Get out of my house. He was like, oh, I got something for them. I got something for them. So he got in his car and he left. I went upstairs. The kids was crying. They heard their daddy yelling because he was all loud and crazy. I said, it's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Let's just get your clothes on. We're going to go. So I put the kids in the car. Well, he got there before me. I put the kids in the car. When I got to their house, Eric and Hunter was outside fighting. The wife was in the middle of it trying to break it up. The wife sees me, pulls up. She comes to my car. She started banging on my window, talking about give her her kids. I said, let's go to the neighbor house. I'll take the kids over to the neighbor house. I'm not about to give you the kids in the middle of this mess. Meet me at the neighbor house. So she tried to open my door. She tried to open my car door to get her kids out. The doors were locked. She tried to open my door to get the the kids out. Mind you, my car was turned off at this point. So she got picked up one of them big stones. They got stones in her yard, I guess, in her walkway. They got these big stones. She picked that big stone up. She threw that stone at my front windshield. She cracked my front windshield out. At this point, I wasn't worried about no baby. I wasn't worried about nothing. I got out of that car and I treated her. I got out of that car and I treated her, pregnant or all. She can't fight. I got out of that car and I treated her so bad. I gave her what she needed. She needed that. So mind you, this was the beginning of this year. This was the beginning of this year. And mind you, I was very, very, very pregnant. So I was tired. I was out of breath. I was just tired. So after that situation, I called the cops and I got it. When I heard the cops coming, I got up out of there. I left the kids with the neighbor. I got up out of there. I had to go. So when I got home, I called Hunter mom. I said, look, this is what's going on. Your son is out there acting a fool. He fighting Eric. He beating Eric with the wife going crazy. I left the kids at the neighbor house. So you need to go get them grandbabies because I don't know if they're going to get locked up. I don't know what's going on. I got up out of there. So you probably need to go get your grandkids. And she was letting me know that her husband was in the hospital. And after her husband got out of the hospital, that she was going to go get the grandkids. So I got off the phone with her, cool, everything was good. Yo, if I keep looking down, that's me watching the monitor, making sure the baby not woke. So everything was cool. So I want to say maybe like a little over a week, I called the neighbors just to check in. Because mind you, I blocked Eric. God damn it, Eric. Look what you got me in. I blocked Hunter. And I blocked the wife. So I didn't hear from them. And these strange numbers kept calling my phone. They kept calling my phone. I didn't answer them because I knew who it was. So I just didn't answer them. Ain't nobody going to keep calling on your phone back to back. So I knew who it was. So I didn't answer the phone. So I did get in contact with the neighbors like a week and a half later. Just to check in, to see what was going on. And apparently, Hunter mom never came and got them kids. Them kids is with the neighbors. Hunter mom never came and got them kids. This is like a week and a half later. Hunter mom never came and got them kids. Been with the neighbor. Mind you, their neighbors, they don't really know like Eric family. All they know is his mom and me. Like, cause I delivered to them too. So all they know is his mom and me. So they didn't have Eric mom number. They couldn't contact her. They couldn't contact because apparently they was in jail. I don't even know why. If you in jail, you didn't think to call a neighbor to see where your kids at. I don't know if he was trying to call me to see where the kids was at, but you had your neighbor number. You knew the kids was over there. So after that, the neighbor is telling me, mind you, the neighbors, they're older people. Like they probably got grandkids. Like they're older people. Like they not equipped to, have kids like that all day. They're older. They just can't move around like that. So they asking me, can I call the grandma? Can I come get the baby? Please come get these kids. Mind you, it's 3 kids. Please come get these kids. It's too much. And I'm like, look, I'm very, very pregnant and I'm not equipped to deal with no kids right now. I'm tired. Like, I'm trying to get my stress level down. Like, them kids are just too much. And I ain't gonna lie. Like, I felt bad. I felt bad. So I told him, okay, just give me like a day. I'll be there tomorrow. Like, I'm about to go get my kids from school. So just give me some time and I'll come get them tomorrow. So the next day came. I went over there. I was talking to the neighbors. We were just talking about everything, like what was going on. And I'm like, okay, I'll take the kids. Just give me the kids and I'll take the kids. That's fine. So I went a couple doors down. I left the kids at the neighbor's house. I went to their house. I got some clothes. I got some baby milk. And I just got a lot of their stuff and I just took it to my house. So I had the kids for like almost 2 days. And then I got a phone call. I said, let me just answer. This got to be Eric or this got to be Eric. Why Eric keep popping up in my head? I'm not humping Eric, I promise. Hunter, it got to be Hunter or it got to be the wife. So I got a call. I answered the jail call. It was Hunter. And I'm letting Hunter know like everything is going on. He just on the phone crying, telling me, please take care of my kids. Please take care of my kids. Don't give my wife the kids. I said, I haven't seen your wife. The last time I heard, your wife got locked up. So I haven't seen your wife. I haven't seen you. And I haven't seen your wife. Did you know that your mom didn't come get the kids? Your mom said she's not coming to get them kids. So I had a conversation with Hunter. And me and Hunter came to an agreement. The agreement was for me to get them kids and keep the kids until he get out. He didn't know when he was getting out. I didn't know when he was getting out. So I had the kids. I had his credit card too. So I had the credit card, unlimited credit card. So but I did have his credit card though. So that's why I wasn't worried about nothing. But I had the kids and I had his credit card. It's like, nah, you ever had a rich person credit card? Me either. Started to buy a house. It's like, nah, but all jokes aside, the agreement was for me to take the kids until he get out. So weeks go by. I'm gonna say it was almost a month before Eric got out. Eric, oh my God, I'm not humping Eric. I put my hand up to God. I'm not humping Eric, I promise. it was almost a month before Hunter got out. So mind you, I got the kids. We going to Chuck E. Cheese. We going everywhere. Like, we got the credit card. We going everywhere. We was eating steak. I was eating steak. I was eating lobster. Like, I would just take the kids out to little places every day. Like, they like to go bowling. I took the kids bowling. But that baby, that motherfucking baby is a cry baby. Like, all the baby do is cry. Like, I was going out of my mind some days. Like, I had to go in the bathroom, shut the door, blast some music, put my headphones on. Like, that baby was a fucking cry baby. Like, I never seen a baby cry that much. Like, the baby just cry. Like, that's all the baby did for a living was cry. Like, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's too much. But at the end of the day, it's a baby. What can you do? He probably was trying to communicate to me. That's how babies cry. Communicate, they cry. But this baby cried too fucking much. I'm gonna be honest. So at this time, I got the kids. I gotta take the two little kids to little preschool or whatever little daycare preschool thing they was in. So I was taking them there. I had the baby home with me. Mind you, I'm pregnant, I'm fat, I'm tired, I'm out of breath like I am now. I still didn't lose the baby weight. I got bigger, but that's a whole nother story. But it was wild. Like, it was a lot going on. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna leave them kids. Like, I grown to love them kids. Like, I love them kids. I cherish them kids. I adore them kids. Like, I love them kids. I wasn't just gonna just leave them kids out like that. So like a month went past. Eric, are you okay, Eric? Because obviously you on my mind. Are you okay, Eric? Are you all right, Eric? Eric is on my mind. I don't know why Eric is on my mind. Maybe I need to check on him. But so Hunter gets out of prison, jail, whatever it is. I don't know. I never been. But he gets out. He comes to my house, banging on my door. Mind you, we just all sitting at the table, just laughing, having fun. We just all sitting at the table. And I hear boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking it's the police because I'm telling you, I don't understand. It's people. This is a normal night. Y'all boom, 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 boom. Banging on my door for what? Only the police do that. So I get up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who banging at my door? So I go to the door and it's Hunter. I'm like, I don't know. I was just so happy to see I don't know if I was happy to see my boss to get your kids, but I was just so happy to see him. Like, we just hugged so tight. He started crying. I started crying. Like, the kids, he came in, the kids started crying. We all just in this motherfucker crying. Like, it's just like a whole fucking crying party. Like, this is just a fucking crying party. Everybody fucking crying. So he comes in, he hugged the kids. Everybody just crying. I tell the kids, y'all go ahead upstairs and let me and daddy talk. So after he, spent some time with his kids, they'll send the kids upstairs so we can talk. So me and Hunter, we get to talking, and he asked me, did the wife ever come visit the kids? I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard from the wife. And I haven't heard from Eric. Like, I don't know. Your mom never came down and got the... I'm gonna tell y'all why his mom ain't come get them fucking kids. You know why his mom ain't come get them kids? Because them kids was mixed. Them kids has got some black in them. And his fucking mom is racist. His mom is racist. I got the vibe when she came here. I got the vibe that she was a little racist because just how she was vibing, how she was acting. I read the room. I got a racist energy from her. And when the wife was here that night that was drunk, the wife told me that Eric, stop. The wife told me that Hunter mom was racist. That's why she don't come see the kids like that. And that's why she kind of disowned Hunter because the mom don't, she don't like black people. And I got that vibe from her. I got that energy from her that she don't like black people. So I already knew that. Eric knew that. He told me that his mom was racist and that's why she ain't, she don't see the kids like that. But that's another story. But I'm telling him that I didn't see the wife. I haven't heard from the wife. Like, nobody heard from the wife. Obviously, she's still locked up. We don't know. But me and him had a whole conversation. So I go upstairs. I'm like, well, do you want to take the kids home or you just want to leave them here till you get yourself settled? Like, have you been home? He haven't been home. As soon as he got out, he came straight here. He never went home. So he just came straight here. I'm like, all right, well, just sit here with the kids for a little bit. I got to run to the store. So just watch your kids. I got to run to the store. I got to get some stuff. So I went to the store. I got some more food because that's what they wanted. They wanted some more food. I got them the food that they wanted. I came back and Hunter, he just said, just leave the kids here for a little longer. He gonna go home He gonna get things situated. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem with that. But I said, you know, if you happen to run into your wife or Eric, you know, let's not go there again. Like, let's not go back to jail, okay? Enough of the jail, okay? Let's not go back to jail. Like, just if they there, just, you know, escort them out or whatever. But please just don't go back. So Hunter gets to the house. He called me, let me know, you know, the house is good, nobody there, everything looks good. So he said the people there, they're changing the locks, and he get a new security system because he don't know what the wife did to the other one. So he get a new security system. So he was like, I'm just going to go and work for a few hours, you know, get everything straight, talk to everybody, let everybody know what's going on. I said, boy, they seen my TikTok, they know what's going on. So he started laughing. He was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go there anyway and talk to everybody. So I'm like, okay, cool, don't worry about the kids. I got the kids. I got your credit card. And we just started busting out laughing. So he, you know, he went to work, you know, got everything situated, started talking to everybody. Mind you, weeks went by, we still haven't heard from the mom. We don't know if the mom locked up. We don't know if she out. We just haven't heard from her, and we haven't seen her. So mind you, the agreement, me and Eric.
Communication, collaboration, speed. Pick 3. Dropbox gives your team the
Me and Hunter came to the agreement that I would be their nanny, babysitter, daycare, whatever. So we came to that agreement. And mind you, I'm big. I can't really work like that anyway. So I said, oh, that's cool. So, you know, I don't gotta be out of work. I got money still coming in. So we agreed for me to be his. I really thought about it because that fucking baby is wild. Like, that fucking baby is like, that baby wild. So I thought about it, but we came to the agreement that, you know, I'll be the nanny. Like, he'll drop the 2 kids off to because the daycare is, or I don't know if it's a daycare or a preschool or whatever it is, some type of big center. So he dropped them the 2 early kids off there, and he just bring me the baby. So when he gets off, you know, he'll come get the baby. It was days where the baby stayed the night with me. Like, the baby was a baby. You know, I'm not saying all men, but some men just not equipped, you know, to do a mother's job. Like, not saying that it's a mother's job and not a father's job. I'm just saying majority of the time, like, when you got a newborn baby, the mom is up in the middle of the night. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? I might as well get used to staying up and getting up every 2 hours anyway, because I'm about to have a baby. So by the time my baby get here, you know, I should already be adjusted to getting up every couple hours. So that was our agreement. So eventually, you know, me and my boss had a conversation. We sat down, we had a conversation. We just, you know, started talking about the kids, and he, you know, he thinking about, you know, getting a DNA test, you know, to see if the kids are his. And in the back of my head, I'm like, I can tell you right now who your kid and who ain't your kids. But so he wanted to get a DNA test. He wanted to file you know, full custody of the kids, but he wanted to get the DNA test first to see who his kids was. But I don't know, because I guess, like, they're married, like, he on a birth certificate, so them his kids, whether the DNA test they not his kids, the wife MIA, like, they're not gonna put the kids in the system. Like, that's their dad. So he wanted to get a DNA test, and he wanted to file you know, custody of the kids. I'm like, okay, cool. I think that's what you should do, because, you know, at this point we don't know where the mom at. We can't find a mom. Like, we got in contact with Eric. Eric is out. Eric said he haven't heard from Hunter's wife. So I don't know. I don't believe him. I feel like they shacked up somewhere, but that's what Eric said. He haven't heard from her. So that's what we went by. So weeks and weeks and weeks go by. We still haven't heard from the wife. So at this time, we in a routine. I got the kids. Sometimes the kids will stay with me for weeks at a time. You know, he'll come by after work, you know, see the kids and go back home. I'm like, cool, that's fine. But I'm not, you know, I'm out. Some days I'll take them to daycare or preschool, whatever it is, because that's the drive. I'm not finna keep driving that far. So some days, you know, the kids don't go to the school. They'll just stay here. Some days he'll get them and take them. And I don't know. That's not my business, but we still haven't heard from the mom. We calling around. We call hospitals. We call jails. Obviously, she ain't in either one of those. So I'm just sitting at the table, drinking my coffee like I do every morning, and I get a phone call. And it's Eric. Yeah, the humper. The guy that's slinging his thing left and right. So I get a call from Eric. And Eric was like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Hold on. Let me just go make sure that the baby's still asleep. So I went to go make sure the baby's still asleep. I said, yeah, hey, what's up? He's like, you know what? Can I just come to your house and talk to you? Like, I really need to talk to you. I'm like, the kids are here. Like, he said, it's Hunter there. I said, no, Hunter not here. He at work. I said, well, if you come to my house, like, before you come to my house, let's just make sure, like, are you okay? Like, it's not gonna be no drama. Like, you not on no type of crazy stuff. Like, you don't want to hurt me or hurt the kids. He was like, no. He's like, you know the type of person I am. Like, I'm not on none of that. I just really need to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, cool. You can come to my house. So, I want to say almost 2 hours went by. I'm thinking he ain't coming. So I get a knock at the door. I go to the door. It was Eric. So I let Eric in. We sit down at the table. We get to talking. And he let me know that the wife is home. I said, the wife is home? Well, how long the wife been home for? He's like, the wife been home for a couple weeks. And, you know, they staying at his place. So Eric and Hunter wife, they staying at Eric's place. So I'm like, okay, well, is she okay? Like, is everything good? Like, why she ain't come get the kids? He was like, she bad. She doing bad right now. I said, bad? What you mean she doing bad? Is she okay? Like, is she okay? He said, she on them drugs hard. I said, drugs? Like, she on them hard? Like rock hard, like chew the bricks hard? And he was like, yeah. He said she don't look good. She lost a lot of weight. She's skinny. She looks smoked out. She ain't combed her hair. She just staying at his house. Like, she don't get out of bed. All she do is just, I guess that's how you do it. That's all she just do every single day. She just do that. He said he tired of it. Like, he want her out of her house. Like, she got to go. I'm like, well, did you call the cops? He said he don't want to call the cops. He don't want her to get in more trouble than what she already is. I said, well, I don't know what you're telling me for, because I don't do drugs. I don't want to be near drugs. I ain't on that type of stuff. She not getting these kids. Like, I got the kids. I mean, I'm dumb her kids. If she want her kids, I'll give them to her. I gotta talk with Hunter first, but I don't know. Like, he was like, she just, like, he was saying, like, well, basically, what should he do? I'm like, I don't know. Like, do you want me to tell Hunter? Like, did you talk to Hunter? He said he ain't talked to Hunter. I'm like, I don't know. The best thing I can tell you to do is, you know, I can get in contact with Hunter and tell Hunter what's going on. He was like, well, she planned to go back to the house and steal the money out of the safe. I said, steal the money out of the safe? I said, well, Eric changed the locks. He got a new security system, so I don't know how she thinks she getting in there. So dumb. Eric and the wife had a plan. Well, it was a wife plan. Eric said he wasn't ever going to go through with it, but the wife plan was to go back to the house, go steal the money out of the safe and bring the money back. I'm saying, steal the money out of the safe? What she gonna do with the money? He said he don't know, probably buy more rocks or bricks or whatever. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I got the kids with me, the kids safe. Hunter, you know, back at his business doing his thing. You know, the kids stay here with me. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'll call Hunter, I'll talk to Hunter and see what Hunter wants to do, but other than that, I don't know what to tell you. So he was like, can he see the kids? And I was a little hesitant. Like, why you want to see the kids for? Like, why you want to see these kids? I ain't said to him, but I'm thinking, like, what you need to see these kids for? So, you know, I said, all right, well, I'm gonna bring the kids down. Hold on. So I brought the kids down. He was hugging the kids a little too much for me, a little too long. And I'm just thinking, like, why he hugging them kids like that? Like, I don't know, but I just got a bad vibe. Like, why he hugging them kids like that? So, you know, he left. You know, I called Hunter. I said, Hunter, Eric just left here. He said, Eric. I said, yeah, Eric, calm down. Hold on now. We ain't about to go through this again. I said, Eric just left here. He said, did he take the kids? Did he touch the kids? I said, no. He didn't take the kids. He did say he wanted to see the kids, and he, you know, I let him see the kids. You know, I stood right there. Ain't nothing happened. And he was like, well, what did he want? I said, well, he said your wife is at his house all high and strung on drugs. She was planning to come to your house and steal the money out of the safe. And I don't know if she going to come or not, but that's what Eric told me. So I don't know if you want to go home, you want to call the cops. I don't know. But he said he at her house all strung out on drugs, and he want her out of his house, and he don't know what to do. And I'm telling him, I don't know what to do either. So he asking me what he should do. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't deal with people that's on drugs. Like, I don't know how to handle. I'm not equipped to handle that type of people. So he was like, all right. I'm on my way. I said, you on your way here, or you on your way to the house? He said, I'm on my way to the house. So I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So he gets to the house and he called me and he said she didn't come here. He didn't see her on the camera or like no cars in his, you know, in front of his house. So I'm like, all right, okay, well, that's the plan. I don't know. He didn't say when she was going to do it or how she was going to do it or whatever. He said that's what the plan was. Hunter was like, well, if she comes to your house, don't give her the kids. Don't even let her in your house. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to let her in my house because it sounds like she doing bad on drugs and I don't know what type of stuff she on. So I'm not gonna let her in my house. So he said, all right, well, he going back to work. You know, if she come to my house, you know, call him. He gonna keep checking the cameras. you know, make sure she ain't doing nothing crazy. So that was the end of that. So a couple of weeks went by, and the wife pops up at my house, and I opened the door, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm like, hi, how are you doing? But in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, this bitch lost so much weight. She just looked so sick. Like, she combed her hair, she looked nice, but she just looked so sick, and she had on really, really baggy clothes. So I'm like, I was hesitant to tell her to come in because the kids was here, but thank goodness that the kids was upstairs in the room, so they wouldn't ever know if their mom was here unless they came down. But they was in the room, the baby was asleep, and the two kids, they were just in the room playing the PS5. So I said, just come in, just sit down and talk. I said, you want something to drink? You want some water or something? And she was like, no. And she was just talking like in slow motion. She was moving in slow motion. So I'm thinking she high. So I'm like, are you okay? Did you talk to your husband Hunter? Did you talk to him yet? And she was like, no. I was like, okay, well, what's going on? So she sat down, we get to talking, but before that, she was like, are the kids here? She kind of heard them upstairs, and so she was like, are the kids here? I said, yeah, they here, they upstairs. She was like, okay, could you make sure they don't come down, because I don't want them to see me like this. I said, well, they're in the room playing the game. I'm watching them on the camera. You see them right here on the camera. So she just looking at the camera, and she was like, oh, my babies, oh, my precious babies. So I'm like, where have you been? Is everything okay? You know, she said she was in rehab for a little bit. She went to like this 2-week rehab or drug things. I'm like, okay, well, are you clean now? She said, yeah, I'm clean. She did look clean. I'm not gonna lie, she just looked real skinny and sick, like she lost a lot of weight. And she was saying that, you know, that she is clean. I'm like, well, you know, I've been having the kids all this time, and I was hoping, you know, that you would come or call or anything just to come see the kids. She said she didn't want to see the kids because she was doing bad. I said, well, do you want me to call Hunter? Do you want to talk to your husband? She's like, no, I just need to talk to you real fast. So she lift up her hoodie, and I'm like, oh, whoa, what is that? Y'all, she was pregnant. She was very much pregnant. You couldn't tell because she's so skinny. She like one of them petite girls that don't gain weight. She was so skinny, but her belly, I'm like, oh my God. I was so loud. I was in shock. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was just in disbelief. So, like, in the back of my head, I wanted to say, who the dad? But I didn't want to be messy. Like, she looked this sad, like, so she was like, I know you want to know. I said, I mean, that's up to you. If you want to tell me or not, like, that's fine. She was saying she don't know who the baby belongs to. She don't know if the baby is Eric's, or she don't know if the baby her husband. Like she said, she got pregnant right after, you know, she had their son, but she didn't say anything because she didn't know till a couple months later. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm so asking her, you been to the doctors? Are you taking a prenatal? Are you okay? She said she haven't been to the doctor. She didn't want to go to the doctors because she was on drugs with the baby, and she don't know if anything wrong with the baby, or she didn't want CYS and Vibe or them to take the baby. So she haven't, you know, been to the doctor. I said, well, I got some prenatal vitamins upstairs that I've been taking. Do you want some of those? She was like, no, I don't want none of those. I said, well, you have to take them. You need to take them. She said she'll just go to the store and get some. I said, okay, just please make sure you go to the store, and please make sure, you know, take care of that baby. But you really need to get to the doctors and make sure that the baby was okay, since, you know, you was an addict. Like, you need to, you know, to make sure that the baby is okay. She's like, I will. She was like, I really need to talk to my husband. I said, well, he's at work right now. Do you want me to call him? She was like, yeah. So I called Hunter on the phone. I said, Hunter, I went upstairs and called him. I said, Hunter, your wife is here. He was like, what? Don't get rid of the kids. I said, calm down. I'm not going to get rid of the kids. She's here and she want to talk to you. He said, wait, is she high? Is she on drugs? Does she look sick? Like, what does she look like? I said, she's very skinny. And it's something important that, you know, I'm not going to tell you. I think she need to tell you. He's like, well, what is it? Just tell me, what is it? I said, Eric, I'm Eric. I said, Hunter, just get here. So about, I want to say, an hour and a half. I don't know why it took so long to get here. About an hour and a half, he finally got here. But in the meantime, before he got here, me and the wife, you know, we were just having a conversation. She was apologizing to me. I was apologizing to her. You know, we made amends. Like, I just felt so bad for her. Like, she just looked just so sick, y'all. She had to be like 90 pounds. Like, she just looked like, you know, when the meat fall off the bone on the chicken, she just looked at like the bone. She looked like all the meat fell off. She just looked at like the bone. Like it was no meat on. She just looked at like a bone. Like the meat fell off the bone, tender. Like, so Eric get here. I get to the door. I said, Eric, why the fuck do I keep saying Eric? Hunter get here. Before I let him I said, calm down. The kids are upstairs. We don't want the kids to see the mom. So when you come in, just calm down. Please don't be loud. So I goes upstairs. I said, I'm gonna leave y'all two, you know, to conversate. I'm gonna go upstairs with the kids. Please don't start arguing. Don't screaming. I do not want them kids to come down. I don't want y'all to scare the kids. So I guess they was down here talking for like an hour and a half. They was down here for a long time, just talking. So I came downstairs and I said, is everything okay? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, what's the plan? Like, what are you guys going to do? Did you figure anything out? And he was like, we came to an agreement. I'm going to take my wife home. I said, he's like, I'm going to take my wife home. I'm going to get her to the doctors. I'm going to get her some help. You know, we're going to go home and we're just going to talk about things. We don't know what we're going to do yet. We're just going to go home and I'm going to get her the care that she needs and we're going to talk about things. So I want to say within a week of that, the kids were out of my house. I wasn't a nanny no more. I was still getting paid because all the shit you put me through, you was finna pay up. So we came to the agreement, you know, that he would still pay me the whole time that I was home until after I had the baby, until after I was able to come back to work. So they went home. I didn't hear from them for like, I want to say, I don't know if it was a month, maybe a little bit longer than a month. So I get a voicemail and I'm listening to it and it's Hunter. And he telling me that the wife took the baby. He can't find the baby. She was supposed to be home watching the kids. He came home. The kids was in the house by herself. The wife went MIA. They can't find her. He didn't call the cops because he didn't want to, you know, draw no more attention. But he can't find the baby. The wife's not answering her phone. He called Eric. Eric not answering his phone. And he getting worried. I'm like, they ain't here. I'm like, they didn't come here. I don't know what to tell you. They didn't come here. So he was just panicking and just listening to messages. I'm talking to him like we on the phone. I'm like, I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. The kids ain't here, but I'm just listening to the message. I'm talking to myself. So I called him. You know, and he telling me what's going on, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, they ain't come here. Like I don't know. I don't know what to tell you to do. I don't know if you should call the cops. Like, I don't know. So 2 days went by. He haven't heard from the wife. He haven't seen the baby. So he panicking. I'm panicking. I'm just praying that the baby is okay. Like, I hope she ain't do nothing to that baby. I hope she ain't get back on drugs. So I'm like, well, just bring the kids to me, you know, and do whatever you gotta do. Handle your business. Just bring me the kids. Don't worry about it. I got the kid. So he came here and brought the kids. I said, won't you just go to Eric's house? Maybe she at Eric's house. Won't you just try Eric's house? So he was like, you know what? I didn't even think of that. So he dropped the kids off. He went to Eric's house. Eric called me talking about Hunter there acting all crazy. He trying to take the baby from the wife. Him and the wife is arguing, fighting over the baby. She don't want to give him the baby, but he want the baby. And I'm just like, look, Eric, just I don't know what you want me to do. If you feel like you need to call a cop first before you call the cop. Try to calm Hunter down, try to, you know, make them come to some type of agreement. I'm like, well, is the wife okay? He said, no, the wife is back on drugs. I said, well, get the baby. I said, Eric, just get the fucking baby. It's common sense. The wife back on drugs. Just get the baby and give it to Eric. So I'm gonna get the baby and give it to Hunter. So eventually Hunter got the baby, brought the baby back to me. We had a whole conversation. He went back to work, finished out his work day. He came back to me, you know, and he asked it. So I'm gonna have to skip past some parts. I'm gonna have to hurry up and get this out of the way. So eventually Hunter mom did come down. Hunter did he rented the house for his mom to stay in closer to the job. So the mom got the kids. I don't know where Hunter dad was at, but the mom was down here. The mom came to the house. The mom got the kids. So everything was going good. I checked in with Hunter from here and there. Everything was going good. And then out of the blue, I got a voicemail. So I checked it. It was from a different number. I didn't answer the number because I didn't know who number it was. So I got a voicemail and I went to go listen to the voicemail, and it's Hunter. He's screaming on the voicemail. He crying, like he going crazy. I guess the wife popped up to the daycare and tried to take the kids, but she on the list where she can't take the kids. So it was some type of situation was that. And he telling me, you know, he need my phone. He going to court. He ready to go to court. He ready to get a DNA test on these kids. So can he please have a phone with all the recordings on it? So I called him back. you know, and we started talking. I'm like, okay, cool, just come to my house, you can have my phone. But he was like, is it okay if I just buy you a new phone in case anything happened to this phone? I said, oh, you gonna give me the money for a new phone before you take this phone? So yeah, we good. So he came, he gave me the money. I told him how much a new phone cost, honey. That was an iPhone 13. Them phones are expensive. So he gave me the money to get a new phone. I got another iPhone 13. So I gave him that. I guess he took it to the lawyer or whoever he was taking it to get custody, you know, of the kids. So he went and got a fast forward. He got a DNA test. Come to find out, only one child was his. One child was his. Only one. It was 3 kids. Mind you, the wife pregnant. She don't know who the baby is. And come to find out, only one child was his. It was the baby. The baby was his. The first 2 kids was not his. The first 2 kids, I'm thinking was his, and the little baby wasn't his. Whole time, the baby his, and the first 2 kids not his. So I'm just in shock and disbelief, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, them gotta be Eric kids. Them gotta be Eric kids. My boss don't know if they Eric kids or not, because he got the DNA test for him. The DNA test showed the baby was his and the other 2 kids was his. Mind you, I don't know if the wife had the baby. Did they get a DNA test for that baby? And I just can't believe it. Like, I was in shock, girl. My boss was so hurt. Like, he was just so hurt. Like, he really thought them kids was his. He was side-eyeing the baby after everything came out, but he really thought that those kids was his. Shit, I thought the kids was his too. I just thought the baby wasn't his. Like, but the first 2 kids, like, that man loved them kids. Like, I was just in shock and disbelief. So he went to court. He went to court or whatever, tried to file custody for the kids. They got a court date. They served the wife. The wife was still at Eric's house, so they served the wife. The wife didn't show up for court, so I don't know how that worked. I guess he got custody of the kids because she didn't show up, or they got another court date. I don't know, but fast forward to this day. This is today. This is what's going on. The kids are with me. Where's the wife? I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I got the kids. The kids are safe. The kids stay with me. I got the kids. The kids are with me. The wife, I don't know. Eric, I don't care. But fast forward, the wife, one day out of the blue, she just popped up at Hunter business. She just popped up with the baby. She told Hunter, take the baby. She got it. Her and Eric got a DNA test for the baby, and the baby wasn't Eric's baby, and Eric don't want the baby at his house. So I guess she's staying with Eric. So Eric don't want the baby at the house. So she just gave the baby to her husband and told her husband, take the baby, get a DNA test or whatever you got to do. So that's that situation. So as of till today, Hunter has yet to get a DNA test on that baby. It's a little girl. I don't know who she looked like. She looked like the mom to me. I can't really tell because Eric got a tint to him. Eric got a tint to him. And Hunter, he's not. He don't have a tint. So the mom got a tint to her. So I don't know who the baby looked like. I can't really tell. Usually I'm good with telling, but I don't know something. I just can't really tell. But till this day, Hunter, the baby, all 4 kids are with me. Hunter mom had to go back, to her home state because her husband is really, really sick. So she got to go back and she got to take care of him. She got to deal with that. She said she can't deal with this drama here, grown man, deal with it himself. She got to go take care of her husband. So the kids are with me. As of today, October, the 21st, 22nd, all 4 kids are at my house right now, upstairs. All 4 kids is at my house. I got 4 kids. 4 kids upstairs plus my baby. My other 2 kids are at school, so I got 5 kids all together. I'm a paid nanny. That's what I am. I'm just a nanny. As of right now, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a nanny, and I'm fine with that. That's cool. It's okay. It's fine. It's a lot, but it's not too much I can handle. I'm fine. So as of today, that's the end of the story. I can say a whole bunch more, but I can't. I'm tired. I'm ready to be done with this. Like this just, I haven't seen the wife. I haven't talked to the wife. I haven't talked to Eric. I don't have no communication with them. I don't know what's going on with them as of today. I just know as of today, I just know I got the kids. The kids are fine. The kids are with me. Hunter, I don't work for Hunter no more. Well, I work for him because I watch his kids. I'm a nanny. But the mom went back to her hometown to take care of the dad. And I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff, but the reason why I don't feel bad about the wife not having her kids, because when she told me some crazy stuff, like she told me, you know, it was times where she locked the kids in a room because she was having crazy thoughts. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I guess she would have real bad postpartum depression. She was having crazy thoughts to do stuff to the kids. She would leave the kids in the house, locked in a room. Hours at a time, she would just leave and come back until her crazy thoughts went away. She said she just got so mad she would just beat the kids a lot, and she said a lot of stuff, and I just don't feel safe, you know. Them her kids. At the end of the day, I am not their mom. I am not trying to be their mom. At the end of the day, this has became my job. Like, those kids became my job. Like, I love them little baby. Like, the little baby is just so precious. She sleep all day. She don't cry that much unless she hungry or she need her diaper change. It's just that the other little fucker he just cried. Well, he just cried. Well, he don't cry as much as he used to, but he just still cry. But my boss is in good spirits. We all in good health. I mean, I don't know, until as of today, like, that's what's going on. Like, it's a whole bunch of more stuff that happened. I hope I told everything right in the order. Mind you, this was the beginning of the year that this stuff happened. So I don't know. Like, I tried my best to say everything or most of the stuff that happened, but that's the end. I mean, it ain't the end because it's still going on, but this is wild.
She went through it. She went through it. He went through it. Them kids went through it. You know, the mom, she all on drugs and stuff. You know, Tyler, she end up having some compassion for her. Man, you never know what's going on next door to you. Got his own business, doing his own thing. But outside life looking good, but the inside is towed up. Like, you never know what people is going through. You know, and that's probably why the wife was, you know, doing drugs and stuff, you know. Man, this is crazy. You can't make it up, man. This is crazy. So, I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this video. And if y'all know anybody that's been through anything similar, let me get in the comments and let me know. Also, if you got any stories that you want me to cover, get in the comments. Leave me an email at marriedtotrucking@gmail.com, and I'm gonna check it out. All right, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Y'all already know. Big shout out to my A1 Day Ones. Big shout out to the one that just be glancing in to see what's popping. And a special shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, fam. Y'all already know. Till the next time, it's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around. Early jewelry moving like juice. Stacking up gold in it. Look, I just leveled up. I thank God. Straight from the mud. Now it's time to get the pie. Sweat in the blood. You can see it.